from home.
Yep.
And don't have a Zoom call right away this morning. Now, in fact, do it in your PJs. We don't care. It's time to stop and smell the roses, baby. It is officially the time to really do a deep dive. Sunday marks the 10th annual Garden Day. It's an important day for us, celebrating green spaces, big and small, hopefully in your space as well, reminding us to pause, just to make a flower crown if we can, and connect with nature and, most importantly, each other, because that's what it allows us to do.
When I walked in today and I saw the flowers, I said, of course, is this for me? It is going to be a beautiful jam-packed show, and it definitely is in full bloom. We're also joined by Tanisha Stevens from Babylus Torin to reflect on a decade of just growing joy, as well as great chef Maynard, who brings a flavor-filled feast straight from the garden, from hibiscus to mossel bolletjies to a vanilla peach fuzz ombre cake. I mean, the list is endless.
The ingredients are going to be interesting to say. I'm just saying, and something might be a little bit closer to your kitchen from the outside than you realize. No, it's a chance to look at our gardens differently, and also our palette, which we love on the show. And then if your garden could use a little glow up, which maybe at this time of the year we could all do with, we've got some brilliant expert tips on 4 spring perfect plants that can transform any space, and hopefully yours. So grab your coffee. It's time to let the good things grow right here, and we love our green spaces. We love the fact that you get to connect, yes, with a whole new season this morning, and hopefully that energy is going to pump through you today, and you can spread a little bit of that love to all those that are on holiday. This is a chance for you to embrace even more free time. Just go easy on the parents today, okay? It's been a long week already. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. We got you for 3 hours, so let's let the fun and the work, yes, begin as well. Carissa is standing by with those news headlines, then I'll touch on the sport.
Thank you so much, Gray. 2 minutes after 6 o'clock, it's time now for your national news headlines. And we start off with Acting Police Minister Firoz Kachalia and National Police Commissioner Fanny Mosamola launched SAPS's festive season anti-crime campaign out in Bloemfontein. Now, police and other agencies will be on high alert, focusing on alcohol-related offences, robberies, border control and tourist safety. Masemola emphasized financial caution during stockfile distributions, while Kachalia urged communities to cooperate with police in ensuring safer neighborhoods. Now, the campaign aims to foster collaboration, protect lives, and maintain public order during the busy festive period across the country. Well, in other national news, the South Africa Abalone Export Council is targeting the European market as part of the diversification strategy. CEO Ramona Gondon is representing the sector at the Anuga Food and Beverage Trade Fair out in Cologne, Germany, the world's largest global food and beverage trade show, alongside 30 South African firms. Now, the global showcase aims to build awareness of abalone, a delicacy prized in Asia but little known in Europe, with France seen as a promising entry point for exports as the country loves exotic foods. In your international news-making headlines, Madagascar's President André Rajoelina has named General Rufine Fortunat Zafi-Sambo as Prime Minister following weeks of protests over electricity and water shortages. Now, the move replaces Christian Tse, whose government was dissolved last week. Demonstrations have spread through Antananarivo, driven by frustration over corruption and economic hardship. Now, inspired by youth-led protests out in Kenya and Nepal, the rallies are the largest in years. Zafi-Sambo faces the immediate challenge of restoring basic services and public confidence as tensions remain high across the island. Meanwhile, in other news, 2 Austrian women switched at birth in Graz in 1990 have finally met 35 years later. Now, Doris Grunfeld and Jessica Baumgartner discovered the truth after a blood test revealed mismatched types. Now, reunited through social media, the women described their meeting as an emotional but healing experience. Now, their families have since connected, sharing relief and affection despite the pain caused by the hospital era. Now, both families received compensation, and adoption processes are underway to formalize the long-delayed family bonds. Now, let's close up your first bit of news here, where after decades of alarming decline, South Africa has given its vultures a fighting chance. The government has reaffirmed its commitment to vulture conservation, and that's through National Multi-Species Vulture Biodiversity Management Plan, now in action via the National Vulture Task Force. Now, this comes after 2 major poisoning incidents this year killed hundreds of vultures. Environment Minister Dr. Dion George urged citizens to help safeguard these crucial scavengers, vital for preventing disease outbreak. Now, with the launch of the SADC Vulture Conservation Strategy 2025 to 2035, regional cooperation is taking off, uniting 12 nations to protect, restore, and celebrate Africa's magnificent sky cleaners. Well, that is where we leave your 6 o'clock news. We'll get into it again at 7, but now though, time for your sporting highlights with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with footballing news and mixed feelings about this one. Inter Miami defender Jordi Alba has announced he will retire at the end of the current MLS season. The 35-year-old Spanish superstar who won 6 La Liga titles and, of course, the Champions League with Barcelona said he is now closing this chapter, quote, with the best possible feeling I can imagine after a stellar career spanning over a decade now, signing off in front of sold-out crowds in the MLS. Absolute dream exit for him, I'm sure. Now, let's get back into tennis, and this one has claimed a few scalps. Let's head to China as Novak Djokovic overcame fatigue and an ankle scare to beat Spain's João Munar 6-3, 5-7, 6-2 and reached the Shanghai Masters quarterfinals. 38-year-olds have battled through, it looked like serious pain and exhaustion to stay on course for now a record 5th title. And with top seeds Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev and Fritz all falling out, Djokovic, he does remain that tournament favourite now, if he can survive. Now we get back into rugby, and the Sharks have received a very timely boost with Springboks Makazola Mapimpi and Ethan Hooker joining the squad in Dublin ahead of Saturday's big one, the URC showdown against defending champions Leinster. Coach John Plumtree's side brimming with talent, still chasing its first win after that loss to Glasgow and then a draw with the Dragons before that. Now we get back into cricket, and it's all over the place in the World Cup at the moment. Heather Knight's unbeaten 79 guided England to a tense 4-wicket win over Bangladesh in Guwahati, setting the 4-time champions top of the Women's World Cup table. So England recovered from 103 for 6 at one point to chase 179 down, with Knight and then Charlie Dean adding 79 for that 7th wicket. That was after Sophie Ecclestone's 3-wicket haul helped to restrict Bangladesh earlier in the day. We'll certainly continue to watch that space and give you updates, but for now we're going to be turning to things very beautiful, green and blooming with that new kind of energy. So hopefully the weather is going to play along with our show this morning. Now let's get a broader scope on our weather and any news we need to take in today.
Well, thanks, G-Man. Let's see what's happening in your weather news. And listen, water news this morning is refreshingly positive. Well, the Johannesburg Water, in partnership with Wits University, has launched a pioneering pilot project to bring reliable water supply to informal settlements through underground sources. Now, the first of its kind in the city, the project will serve 9 communities across the Deep South, drilling boreholes and creating local water points. The work has begun in Maracana as well as Kokotela, promising much-needed relief and renewed dignity for residents who've long faced chronic shortages. I don't think you're even ready for the sunrise view of this hour. Representing GQ Ebeja, we have Naresh with the most gorgeous morning view. I mean, the colors of this have been picked by God himself. And look at that. The sun just peeking very casually over that beautiful horizon and brightening the sky in the best way ever. Thank you so much for sharing your absolutely breathtaking morning view with us. And GQ has never looked this good. Now, if you're from other parts of the country or even the world, and you'd like to share what this morning looks like, 0630369649 is that number to snap away and send your pictures through as we delve into your temperatures for the first time.
It's a gorgeous day outside, and it is a truly beautiful day inside. Guess who's back? Back again. You got to sing when Shanaz Moors is in the house. So good to have you here. You look exquisite this morning. You're pumping all the right kind of energy out there. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to be a handful today. Do you know why?
Bring it.
Oh, no, she's ready for this because we're going to talk kids and posting them online. Ooh. You'll notice it's something I struggle with, but it's a different field out there that we're playing in. Yes or no?
Tell us right now, Shanaz.
I'm guilty. I'm going to tell you all the do's and don'ts.
Exactly. We are all on this plane together, so we will delve into that conversation in just a moment.
We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We were just jamming out during that little ad break for what's to come your way with our entertainer. But for now, let's turn our eyes towards our social media question for today. We're asking, what's blooming in your world? And for you to send a photo of your garden or your neighborhood blooms or even your favorite potted plant. And if it's a fake plant, we won't judge. I promise you. On that number, 0630369649. Also reminded to me that I need to take better care of my garden. Definitely the season for all the beautiful blooms and blossoms to come on out. So we definitely want to see a slice of your nature. Hit us up either on Facebook. You can find us at Expresso Show, or like I said, on that WhatsApp line with your pictures or your videos of your little slice of heaven. For now, though, let's get into a great conversation. I mean, Gray alluded to it a little bit earlier. Posting your kids on social media, is it a yes or a no?
Oh, I just heard good Lord coming from somewhere in the studio. It's going to be that kind of conversation because this has triggered us already, both Shanaz and I, and we haven't even begun yet. Now, I would imagine a lot of parents, I think, sitting in the same position as us, maybe not educated fully in what's going on in the world around us, or added to that, how we can protect our kids from first steps to first day of school. I think many of us want to document our child's milestones online out of love, out of pride, a desire to connect. Maybe that's the only way we connect with our family in the greater diaspora. But what happens when sharing online becomes oversharing or unsafe? And a child's digital footprint is now built before they can say yes or no, before you're even aware of it. And the global trend of sharenting has sparked conversation around children's consent, safety, and identity. We can't look at the technical aspects of that right now. I'm just not geared up for that. But we're going to reflect on what we can do as parents right now. And we've got the best Shanaz Moors in the house. And I love this. She's a registered counsellor and founder of Happy Confident Me, which is what we want our children to be? Yes.
True,
And
true.
social media is just destroying that, unfortunately, at the rate of AI. The waters could get muddied here because we could be looking at technical safety issues online in social media, which is a part of this. But I think the sharenting element, this notion that we want to present our children to the world because now we've got a platform to be able to do that. It's lovely, a beautiful thing to be proud, but what should we be thinking about before we hit share? Boom.
I think, Graham, you know, the first thing is why and who am I sharing this with? So that part, we never think about that. We just want everyone to say, I'm so proud, look at this moment, I just want to share it with the world. We don't realize the world is unknown elements and dangerous elements. So always question why share on this platform and who's it for? So sometimes the child doesn't actually know you are doing it or
Certainly
actually
not
care
for
that
them.
you're doing
Yeah.
it initially. But at some point, we need to start having a dialogue with our kids, even very young kids, about what we post.
Are they giving you their permission? No,
no.
because they can't until they're 18 years old. So that in itself is something that I think has always stood with me. But I've also posted pictures of my kids out of absolute love and pride, like the world needs to see how amazing this little moment is. But now it's hitting really hard that there are lines being crossed from a safety aspect. What is your first fear when you think about a child's identity being released into the internet?
I think for me that the fact that there is metadata in your photo that can be traced. So even if you don't put location on or do any geotagging, they're able to still find.
Facial recognition has happened
and facial
a long time
recognition,
ago.
and then you post school uniform, school badge, everything. You're actually saying where to find my child. Or soccer every Monday. Okay, right, I can grab your child at the soccer field every Monday. Like we're giving
And
away.
now they've got information
Yes,
about your family.
and they've got
to be able to
location, and
reinforce.
sometimes we put the names in as well. We actually tag our children who sometimes don't want to be tagged.
Well, it's a form of bullying in certain age groups at the moment, is how you tag and who you include, and we don't understand the dynamics of that space. So that's another discussion where we need to educate ourselves in the nuances of social media. But the back end at the moment, as you say, once your child's photo is out there, someone is building a digital map of them. The second they enter into the social media space, they are then bombarded with insecure content to manipulate them as much as possible to get them as engaged. That being said, we should have digital gateways, we should have protection, we should have something. I scream to the world as the world goes crazy in this space. Do we have protection?
I've recently my photos have been used in multiple fake profiles recently.
I don't have a Facebook profile that I own.
And one includes my son when he was very young, my youngest son, which is very upsetting for me. But somebody went into Facebook and put it on TikTok, so they did a lot of work. My son doesn't know, he's 18, I'm sure he'd be very upset. And I've asked for it to be taken down, and then my account was suspended.
Yeah, no, I've had the
So
same with Facebook.
I've had
yeah.
the problem. So I think that, you know, when we're looking at how things can go wrong, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And safety is more like take pictures, but you don't need to post it. Create
Share
smaller
it,
groups.
yeah.
So smaller family groups offline. Does that make sense?
And there are photo sharing sites. There are
Yes.
many platforms like this. You're actually sitting a little closer to my polarity in this conversation than I thought. But I think what hit home for me is I saw a story online, and I'm part of Emma Sadler's unbelievable online community. And
Emma
she might
Sadler.
save the world or save all of us. But there was a story had surfaced about a gentleman, a little bit younger than me, but still at this kind of age, who had been sent pictures of his own daughter advertising, I think it was for Threads, which they have the right to be able to do. His daughter's account grew by 2,500 followers, all men over the age of 44 who had no connection to her, but were friends of the parents and connected like that. So there was some kind of natural connection there. How do we then combat this within our school environments where other parents are still fine for the kids to play Roblox, are still fine for the kids to get a cell phone at 14 or 12 because they're just uneducated? How do we maintain this line?
I think, you know, talking to people about what you want your child's digital footprint to be is the first thing, from granny, grandpa, aunt, uncle. I got into trouble for posting a baby in our family a few years back without consent from the parent.
You see?
And that's why you see sometimes little hearts over, or emojis over babies'
That's
faces.
legal, which is
So
crazy.
protect the child's identity. So yeah, and also look at how you can edit the existing digital footprint that you've given for your child. You know, the first time a baby's photo is taken is an hour before marriage, their first online. I mean, before after birth, they have a picture up on social media. Proud parents wants to share. And I mean, I'm guilty of that. And I don't know better, but now I do. So I want to behave differently as a parent to protect my child's digital vulnerability, just put it like that.
And when you combine AI, sadly, with the kind of technologies that are available at the moment, we are fighting against something that is just bigger, stronger, and a lot more powerful than we will ever be. So we need to be I think, concerted group effort here if we're going to make a difference. We'll continue the discussion now.
Make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining. A very difficult conversation to have, certainly from my perspective as a parent, because I'm realizing I have crossed a line. We are talking about our child's safety, their digital safety when it comes to their identity online. And I think a lot of us have posted. How do we then set a new baseline? Is this the parents sitting down and having a chat, as I'm going to have with my wife when I get home, understanding this? What should we do now?
I think that firstly, you know, we didn't know better, so self-compassion, like I want to do better for protection.
Like every other area of parenting?
Yeah, so like I didn't know, I posted everything, I won't lie. My footprint is hectic, embedded with my children in. And at a certain point, they actually said, please don't post any pictures.
Your kids did?
Yes, long before we had
Your kids have been teaching you your whole life, so
long before we had the Popular Act, my children have asked me to ask for.
They were the originators.
Yeah, because the thing is, you can't post of me without my permission was their belief system. But you know the conscious parenting thing.
Yes.
So basically, they asserted their rights very early on.
Great. Well, you get what you pay for, I suppose. You wanted that, and now you've...
I was upset, yeah.
You've got that. This is a difficult one because we want kids to be comfortable in digital spaces. We want the rest of our family to be happy about what's going on in this space. And it does feel like social media does give us that option. It used to be something else. Has it changed? Are there safe places for our kids to be represented within social media? And I know we're going to have to drift into that space because they're going to live in that space themselves at some point. How are you feeling about this space in particular right now?
I think even though there's an age limit to certain platforms, my daughter faked her age at 9 and she made an Instagram account on her father's tablet because she didn't have access to, but this is all the creativity of children.
And they'll be led down that path if they don't have the knowledge. There will be someone
So conversations
waiting
around, you know, there's a reason why there's an age restriction, and also conversations around like social media and what does it do for you? What do you get when somebody likes a post? What do you think? And you know, and then that curated feed also. The younger kids are fooled by curated perfection, which is also
It's
damaging.
an AI-driven thing now, which is
So
far
it's-
more powerful than it.
Yeah, so it's no more filters, it's just AI, but you put here, AI, do this, do that. So it's really conversation ongoing. So from the time your child can hold a device, you know me about that conversation, have a conversation around what it can do, how it's harmful, what are the safe things, and that's where we have an emotional dialogue about it before we do anything else.
I'm just going to bring you a microphone so you can scream, sing your live song for this morning. I'm aware that you do like a live performance on the show. No, she saves that for her car. I'm thinking right now we're going to work in stages here because we're going to have to do an audit of the way that we see social media, the way that we see internet spaces, and it comes to our kids. And we had a brilliant young specialist, Rourke. He was asked, like, oh, so when is it all right to give your child access to a smartphone and social media? And he said, when you're happy for them to see pornographic material. And he was so matter-of-fact about it that it was like, whoa. And he said, and all of the material in the world that's ever existed is there. The second you give a child a... And it just came crashing in. It's not a safe place in that sense. So we start with the practical. What can we do tomorrow, today, this morning, maybe 2 steps to make our digital space and our kids a little bit safer?
I think maybe a little bit of a cleanup where you've posted anything that gives away too much information or personal information about your child for protection. And then going forward, you know, just don't ask yourself who's going to see this and do they need to see it. So rather send it into a smaller family group and ask family not to share. So this is the other part.
Because if you sent it to someone, it's no longer yours
if you send
either.
it to someone, that I learned from Emma Sadler, once you send something, you are now part of distribution. So if it's a content that isn't okay, I even telling my teen clients now, don't post a pic of yourself and send it to a friend and asking, is this bathing suit okay? Because the moment you do that...
Unfortunately, I think that ship has sailed. And
so my thing is like, do it in real life. Be together, put on the bathing suit and say, how does this look?
dive into the ocean together and get endorphins.
Didn't realize, the kids don't realize the danger of when they put the content out there, even the simple, innocent content, the danger, the copy-paste editing that can take place.
Well, there are AI animators now that seem to be the biggest tool being used by syndicates, judging by what Emma was saying, in terms of how much of this is happening. I don't think it's just little isolated cases. You have got massive, massive syndicates operating purely through these avenues. They are using content that looks geared for our kids to do all of this. So those safe places are no longer safe. I think it took one tab. Emma highlighted a story of a grandmother who fell asleep next to her I think, 6-year-old granddaughter who stayed on that phone all night. It took them one tab to get to inappropriate content, and she sat with that for 12 hours. It's our ignorance that is the issue, I think, a massive, massive issue. So I'd love to connect with you guys in the social media space right now and hear how you are feeling about this, because this, I would imagine, if it's triggering me, is triggering you. Des Marie Victor saying, if you have a closed profile, it is definitely a good way of capturing memories. I've had Facebook since it started, and my oldest was tiny when it started. My youngest was born after it started. They're both grown up now and have their own Facebook. I've tagged them in all the memories and photos they were all part of. So now they can see what they did when I am gone one day. They can look back on it all. I've lost both my parents, and it's nice to look back on memories with them. Private profiles, but that are still owned by another company that can use those images to advertise their own company in nefarious ways. Do you feel like maybe I need to just put a pin in that and understand that, yes, it's an unsafe space, so we have to do better?
Yeah.
How do we do better in a positive sense? How do we fortify our kids? Maybe during the holidays now, what can we do to maybe get outside, do something that fosters a different dopamine connection?
So what I've been doing actually is I do take pictures when I'm doing something with my kids, but I don't post it anymore. I don't post it, I don't do, and I used to just post blindly without thinking, without gaining consent, any of those things. So I'm more about, like, in this moment, this is so much fun. I don't take out my phone, being more present, whether I'm indoors or outdoors. I mean, I had amazing food the other day. Did you know it? No, I didn't post it, but I had it.
That's what was missing from my life. I was wandering around the whole of last Thursday going like, there's a hole in my world. I hadn't seen what you had eaten that day, and it's an issue. I love you for walking this line and for being quite hardcore this morning about it. But I know when Shanas has crossed that line that someone has gone too far. The bottom line is, if you're going to put anything out there online, it's not the internet. It's someone's owned platform, and a very few people own most of those platforms right now, and you are not in their best interests. Your money is, and your connection is, and you've got to let this sink in at some point. If you don't understand it, your kids will understand it before you, and then maybe we've all lost. So please do a deep dive today.
Fantastic conversation right now. Let's take a short left over to this direction because I need you right now, Mzansi, to buckle up because the World Sports Betting cash-out game is about to take flight. So watch your winnings soar higher and higher with every second that you stay in. But here's the challenge. Will you cash out in time or let the plane take off with your prize? Now, we've seen both ends of this. Last week, of course, announced our winner of 4,007 Rand, and this week we're hoping the same for you. So remember, you stand a chance to be this Friday's on-air pilot, where you could win anything between 1,000 and 10,000 Rand if you cash out in time. Now, to enter, reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and just tell us this one thing. Would you rather play it safe or risk it all for the jackpot? And then, of course, qualify that by telling us exactly why. And don't forget to use hashtag World Sports Betting in your comment. Now, this week's competition closes at 10 a.m. on Thursday, the 9th of October. T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com. And speaking about Expresso Show, while you are here, we want to celebrate Garden Day. It all goes down on the 12th of October. But today we're bringing all the flowers, all the blooms, all the blossoms with Tanisha Stevens. And I can't wait to get into possibly fixing our crowns together. And then not only that, we head into the kitchen on this beautiful Wednesday to get into a recipe that I think might surprise you. It's about mosabolokis combined with hibiscus. I know, it's going to be fantastic. So don't go anywhere. Stay right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just fixing my beautiful flower crown. Look at me. I look like a blossoming flower. Now, this year, of course, marks blooming milestones. It's the 10th annual Garden Day taking place on Sunday, the 12th of October, 2025. Now, this right here is a celebration of all things green spaces in all their glory and all their forms, from lush backyards to potted plants on windowsills, and just a moment to pause, make a flower crown, and connect with nature, and most importantly, connect with one another. So joining us to reflect on a decade of Garden Day, we've got the beautiful Tanisha Stevens, a passionate gardener at the iconic Babylon Storen. So welcome and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you look stunning, girl. I love the fact that we can fix each other's flower crowns right now. But of course, we're shining a light on Garden Day. So tell me more about this. Let's start right at the beginning. What is Garden Day?
To put it simple, Garden Day is basically a day where you put down your watering cans, you stop the weeding, you stop the mulching, you take a moment to breathe, first of all, and bask in the beauty of your garden.
Oh, that's stunning. I love the way you said that. You said mulching, you said weeding. I personally have never done that, but we'll get into the green fingers a bit later. Can you maybe tell us how Garden Day began? What was the inspiration behind it?
So Garden Day basically started 10 years ago, where a few of the Babylon Storen gardeners decided to put down their tools, to stop with the weeding, like I just mentioned, and just take a moment to relax and basically enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Girl, I like the way you said that. So like you said, this year marks the 10th annual Garden Day, which is so special, and congratulations for that wonderful milestone. What does reaching this milestone actually mean to you? Because you are very closely related to the garden. You are out there literally with your fingers in the soil. So what does this day mean to you?
So Garden Day as a whole, to me, it means a great deal.
Yeah.
And it plays a significant role in the gardening world. I mean, gardening went from being a hobby to now being something that everyone is doing. It went from being something for the older generation, and now a lot of the younger generations are also included in this, and it's more community driven.
I love that. And I think it also speaks to mental health, you know? When we connect with nature and you get out there and literally touch grass, and then you realize, okay, I can actually find this as a sense of grounding as well. In fact, I think it's become a national movement because there is that need of reconnection as well. So what sort of changes have you noticed with people connecting with plants and with gardens and with the soil of the earth?
Wow, Carissa, that's a thoughtful and timely question. So there has been some powerful changes in the gardening world. Like I just mentioned, it went from being a hobby to now being something that everyone is included in. The sustainability today, I mean, gardening as a wellness practice in a whole, it has become a celebration and a ritual that everyone is included in.
Oh, ritual definitely has got me going. I said yes. You know, my dad is like an avid gardener. Since he retired, he's now like even my garden. He says, can I come over? Can I do it for you? And I was like, wait, Dad, let me figure this out for myself as well. But I don't really have green fingers, right? I feel like every plant that I've had has died. That's why I've resorted to fake plants at this point. But what would you say to somebody that does maybe not necessarily have green fingers? Where do they start when it comes to gardening and reconnecting to earth?
First of all, Carissa, I would say throw away the plastic plants.
Okay. No faux plants here.
And just like finding a life partner, you have to find the right plant for you.
Okay.
So I would definitely not say no one doesn't have green fingers.
Right.
So you just have to find the right plant for you, just like a life partner. A plant can be high maintenance as well as low maintenance.
Okay.
So you just got to find the right plant that suits your lifestyle.
Okay, suited for each other. Shekinah told us. What's your favorite plant?
So my favorite plant in general, I love a climber. I love a creeper. So anything from your grapes to your pumpkins, because I'm a vegetable gardener. So I love the pumpkin plant.
Yeah. What's in the box that we've got here today? I noticed some heirloom tomatoes, my fave.
Yes. This is a harvest box. So we have some leeks. We have some herbs. There's some heirloom tomatoes, as you can see.
Look at that. That's one of the most beautiful tomatoes I've ever seen.
We also have some beetroot and some Fort Hook giant spinach. And behind this, asparagus. Right here at the bottom.
Beautiful. And look at the carrots, also all different colors over here too. How stunning is that? That's the thing. Raul always reminds us that we've got to eat the rainbow, and this is exactly what it's all about.
Yes.
How did you make these flower crowns? Honestly, Tanisha, I feel so beautiful right now. So how does this even come together?
So first of all, you got to start at the base.
Okay.
Anything needs a good structure.
That's right.
So you start at the base, and I would definitely say don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
All right? Anyone can make a flower crown. Don't think about it too much, and do what you like. If you like a simple flower crown, go with that.
Yeah.
If you like to add some luscious, beautiful flowers as you have on, you can do that as well.
And your crown is crowning right now. Did you make all of these yourself?
So no, we are a group of gardeners at Babylon Student, and I will definitely say this is one of my favorite times of the year. It's where everyone comes together, male and female, where we just have a fun time creating these beautiful flower crowns.
I love that. Well, I just wanted to say on one note that you can also eat flowers, some of them anyway, right?
Yes,
and
of
they've got
course.
some beautiful benefits too. Do you make teas from the flowers, or how do you use them when it comes to ingesting them?
So we have a lot of edible flowers in our garden. Hey, we actually have an edible flower garden where there's only edible flowers in there. But I have to say, one of my personal favorites and utmost delight is chamomile. And everyone knows chamomile. Everyone loves chamomile.
I love chamomile.
So for those of you who do not know, chamomile has a sweet, mildly apple flavor to it. And it's very good in your tea. I personally love it after a long and busy day of work.
I like that. It's definitely my nighttime tea. It puts me to sleep every single day. Tanisha, thank you so much for also crowning me with this absolute excellence and beauty. But speaking about flowers, we've got to head into our first installment of the Culinary Hotline, where, of course, we're going to be doing exactly that.
Good morning and welcome to the kitchen on this fine Wednesday. My name is Clem Pedro. Now, usually in the kitchen, our favorite flower is self-raising flower, but because Garden Day is almost in full bloom, we've had to bring through the expert, and he is Chef Maynard Joubert, one of my favorite chefs in the world, but also one of my favorite people in the world.
Nee.
I adore you. You are so amazing. Your food.
We love you.
Oh,
Never
donkey.
Never mind.
I am so obsessed with your food, and you're coming through this morning. We're going to be infusing a lot of floral elements with our food, but we're talking about mosbrood.
Yes.
Very South African.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. I'm curious how we're going to incorporate these floral elements to it.
Yes,
Where do we begin?
Okay, so we have baked you a beautiful mosbolletjie bread, but with hibiscus tea flowers inside.
Okay.
So I thought that would be an interesting twist on the, yeah, you can see the beautiful colors in there
That is
coming through.
amazing.
Yeah. And it adds like a beautiful sweet tartness to it. And with that, we are going to do a flavored butter, something that I love doing this time of the year. So we can start over here if you want to put the butter in for us. So we're going to be doing a lavender butter. Which I think is stunning. It's seasonal, it's floral, it goes with Garden Day, and yeah.
I think it's beautiful. It's like not just this floral element to it,
Yes,
but it's
exactly.
the visualness of it as well. And I mean, look at it. There we go. We actually got a whole bunch of lavender there right now.
We do.
So
we do. And we picked this. This is wild lavender, which is organic, and we can use it. And yeah. So we want to whip the butter.
Get it nice and fluffy,
Yes.
incorporate some air.
Yes.
And I see some interesting ingredients here. We've got honey.
Yeah.
Love honey and butter.
Yes.
The two of them together, specifically with salted butter. Ooh, that
Love
is
it.
like when
Yeah.
it really
And the
becomes something
saltiness of the butter and the sweetness of the honey, I think is going to work really well together. Okay, we can turn that down a little bit. Then you can add some honey in there for us.
else. Sure thing.
Yes.
And the mosbrood, let's talk about that for a second. So it's very South
Perfect.
African.
Yes,
very,
it is very South African.
But also, it's so unique. I can smell when someone's baking mosbrood.
Yes,
It's like
exactly.
it's that moss itself has
Yes.
such a unique flavor. And I love that we're taking something that's so uniquely South African. We just came out of Heritage
Yes.
Month.
And then some beautiful vanilla paste.
I love it. And I love
I'd
how
say
we...
about a teaspoon. There we go.
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah, you can turn that up. And then something that I absolutely love is beetroot powder. Now, beetroot powder, I love coloring food with beetroot powder. It doesn't have a really a strong flavor, which is nice. So you can use it in a lot of things. So we can just get that going.
But it's also kind of playing into Garden Day. We're talking
Yes,
about the colors and the
yes.
floral elements, but where we harness that color from natural elements, not the food dyes that we...
Exactly. And now for our little lavender flower. So we're just going to strip it off the stem, and we don't want to put too much, because if you put too much, it starts sort of tasting soapy. So you just want to gently strip this off.
What's also very
Get
South
that in
African
there.
is those little potpourri sachets.
Yes,
That you see
exactly.
in people's house. We're not trying to make the potpourri sachet.
No.
We're trying to make a lavender flavored butter.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so we can turn that up again. Oh, it's hot in your kitchen this
It
morning.
is. These
huh?
lights, I think our viewers don't
What is
understand.
happening?
These lights, we actually sometimes we put chicken out, and by the end of the segment, done. These lights are so hot.
Okay, so there our butter is done.
And this is amazing, because this is
Beautiful,
an element
nee?
that you'll make ahead of time.
Yes.
And you'll have it ready for when the bread's done. And
Exactly.
All I'm doing now is just getting the little bits of butter at the bottom that we haven't mixed through.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. So you've actually dressed it. Oh my goodness, the way you have dressed this butter.
Isn't it beautiful?
I think butter deserves, I'm gonna say this flowers on Garden Day, but I think butter deserves the centerpiece.
Yes.
The way you presented it today, where this
Definitely.
is butter. Imagine that.
Yes.
And it's like, I mean, I can imagine how knives don't really do much when they say things like that.
Yeah.
It's about getting them mossbrood and like
And
getting
butter
it in
can be
there.
like a little course on its own, you know. You can serve it as a starter with some beautiful wine, some rosé, chilled rosé, some bubbly. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to dress this a little bit. And then I've got some beautiful rose syrup over here. So
Oh, wow.
normally we put like a sugar sort of a paste over the, spread over the morspolitjie bread. Over here we're going to do a beautiful organic rose syrup.
You have come through with all the
Yes.
flowers today, Chef.
Yeah, and then we're just going to pour some over here. Just a little bit of a drizzle. And then I thought, just for something fresh, let's add some fresh strawberries, which are also in season. There we go.
Actually visited Babylon Storeroom yesterday.
Oh, really?
And the smells, you know it's spring. You can smell it. The stone fruit are busy blossoming at the moment. Berries, it smells amazing. And Garden Day for me always is kind of like the first little indicator we're almost at the festive season.
Yes.
And it's like, it's kind of getting me ready for it. And seeing this platter as well, with entertaining. This would
Exactly.
be such a stunning way to welcome your guests.
Yeah. And then just a couple of rose petals on top.
That's fancy. That's very fancy.
And there we go. Ta-da!
You know, usually I call my friends into the kitchen to taste and then I get their opinion on it. I'm going to be selfish today because,
Yes,
oh,
taste.
my word. Okay,
Oh,
so...
and we roasted the morspolitjies just on a griddle pan. I think just
Oh, is this
brings
over
out
here?
yes, it
just-
just brings out the flavour a little bit more, and it adds a bit of texture and a bit of colour.
Okay, my friend arrived. My friend's here. Carissa, come into the kitchen. she was standing at the
Say
side
less.
looking at me like,
No, I was asking the chef all the questions before, and I was like, is it sweet? Is it savory? How do you make it? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, oh my goodness. Okay.
that's so special. I'm having culinary deja vu.
Wow, wow.
Good, eh?
I'm part of your deja vu. Well done. That is fantastic.
You're welcome.
Biggest bite, and I shouldn't have taken that massive bite, but like a South African take on, just work with me here, scone and jam with
Yes.
cream. This is a very South African where we've incorporated the moss, we got that butter, that fatty element,
Yes.
and the strawberry and rose.
And how beautiful the lavender comes
Yes.
through.
It
That's
is
what I'm
so
picking
good.
up.
And not overpowering, it is, everybody's playing beautifully in the orchestra.
Wow.
Yeah.
This most baie lekker.
This most violet.
It's so good.
You sleep at night clearly. Wow. This is really good.
It's so fantastic.
And it's also nice serving the butter on the side like that
I
if
love
you want,
that.
and then just putting the bread out and people can help themselves, cut the strawberries themselves, serve it. And yeah, I just think it's a fun way of celebrating Garden Day.
Yeah. And I love the fact that
Yeah.
you've grilled the bread. That also texture adds
It just
to
brings it to life, I think. Definitely.
If you want to get this recipe, go and check it out on expressoshow.com. Oh, no, not anymore. There's a QR code. Scan the QR code, get the recipe for the moss bread and for the butter. You are going to want to make this. Usually we take a small bite, guys. I'm nearly finished with the whole thing. This
And the
is-
recipes are easy. It's really, anybody can do it. Like, yeah, if you
heard
can
from-
read, you can make it.
Wow.
You heard from the chef himself. Go and get the recipe, go and check it out. We're going to be checking you after the break because I got to finish my moss bread.
Cheers.
Oh.
Whoa!
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You can see how excited I am about this particular conversation, and I think you will be exactly on the same page. It's one of the most exciting comeback stories in South African sports. Water polo is back. It is rising again in the most fundamental way. The country's Olympians and the community around them have taken charge of their own future. And I think the generations to come under a new organization called South Africa Water Polo. And the results are already showing. This weekend, Cape Town hosts a major national tournament featuring Olympians and a development clinic for young players from across the city. We are connecting the dots now. And joining us are two of South Africa's finest Olympians, Hannah Calvert and Lwazi Mari, to tell us more about this unbelievably cool new beginning. Hey, guys, to be at this point in your sport, to be at the pinnacle, to start again must be very exciting. Hannah, first of all, well done for getting to this point and for taking ownership of your sport. What is going on here? Talk me through what has brought us to this point.
So basically, Lwazi and I have kind of been through the ropes of water polo, and we have seen that change is needed, and we have now got a group of people that want to change it, water polo people that want to change it. We are trying to bring the passion and purpose back into water polo, show that we are more than capable of excelling again. So showing that we can do that by having like integrity and especially transparency is such a big thing in sports. Knowing what's needed, what to expect, it's nice to be able to have a group of people looking out for you now.
Completely in your corner. I always use that term because there's something as a parent who's got a child coming through those ranks, you need a community in your corner. But there are so many children in this country that don't have anyone in their corner, and sport becomes their level up. I love the fact that we got the tip of the spear here, but we're also thinking about the baseline of where the sport is. Why is this such a powerful notion to have the best and those that are entering into the space in the same ecosystem now?
I think it's important that, kids these days have people to look up to and people who can drive them in terms of like what they can achieve in the sport. As Hannah said, luckily we have been playing water polo. We both went to the same university together. We've known each other for a long time. We've both gone through the ranks and gone through the systems. And we had those people to look up to when we were growing up. They were our coaches, they were our mentors. And now we have a chance to be that for those people.
Which is amazing, and you have proven what this can do as an individual, but also as a community. Sport is a very powerful thing. Water polo is going to force you to overcome a lot, just in one match. What do you call a match in water polo? I don't even know. I just want to say the word chukka. Is there something of it?
Yeah, you're right.
See, okay.
4 of those.
And the more we know, the better we can enjoy the sport, but it's the lives that are being transformed through that. How is this such a powerful tool to transform lives? Not just to find another Olympian and get that side, but when you look at the growth you experienced in the sport, why is this such a powerful tool?
So, look, when I was younger, I never thought going to Olympics was possible. It was a dream of mine. I remember watching the Beijing Olympics opening ceremony and be like, I wish I could go there.
Just imagine.
And then we were given the opportunity. For South African women's water polo was the first time that we went. And to allow kids to have that opportunity to start believing that they can go back again is amazing, because that's what keeps people coming back, is the possibility. Because after varsity, people kind of start trickling off a little bit, but now we have Winter Series, a tournament that we just had in August, which was probably the highest level I've ever experienced in South Africa. We were treated like rock stars. We were given an amazing opportunity. We won prizes. We had different teams. It was a draft system, highest level of water polo, all the new rules.
A rung above.
Yeah, it allowed kids to say or see that, okay, this is possible here, and if we're getting this here, then who knows what we could start achieving overseas.
I could go to the Olympics.
Exactly.
I could go to the Olympics.
Exactly.
I feel a little bit emotional, and I'm not even a water polo fan yet. I'll get there. Wait till my son or my daughter starts playing. Talk us through what you guys need. If I'm a school that wants to plug in, if I'm a coach that wants to plug in, if I represent a community and I want to plug in, what's the best way to connect with you guys and make the most out of this growing community?
I think, again, engaging with us, you know, along the pool side. We are in the process of actually selecting a new board as well, which is great. So it's also going to have a lot of people who have been
Stakeholders,
involved.
put your hands up.
Yes, exactly. So getting a lot of interest from young current players, from old previous players, from people who are on boards and execs. So it's really great to see that, like, it's not just going to be water polo people, but it's water polo enthusiasts, which is what we need to kind of rebuild that bedrock of water polo.
I'm sorry, I'm worth my weight in gold as a fan, but you'll hear me in everyone else's videos. I'm just loud, okay? But I'll be there. I'll be there to support because the community needs to step up and support.
100%.
We see this blueprint within school systems all over. I'm thinking about the southern suburbs here. This kind of exists there, but it needs now just a refocus. What's next? What's the next big thing that people can get behind, can come out and experience?
So we have one of our biggest tournaments, our national tournaments, this weekend. It's happening at Redham Constantia. It's basically where senior men and ladies can come and play a high level of water polo. We don't get given a lot of opportunities. Obviously, the school kids kind of take that calendar up, but we're trying to build a space where school kids, university, and senior players can start playing with each other at a high level, growing that youth, keeping people in the tournament. So yeah, that's happening this weekend at Redham House, and it's being live streamed on It's Happening Africa.
How are you feeling about getting in the water with an 18-year-old, 19-year-old?
Well, nowadays, because the rules have changed so much, actually the younger kids are so clever now. They know how to utilize the rules a lot better than some of us, so we're still getting there. But no, it's great.
Who's mentoring who here?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have to get reminded sometimes about, like, no, you can actually do this. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's true.
We were just built tougher back then.
Exactly,
Okay?
100%.
No, you guys have put yourselves right in the epicenter of where you need to be to, I think, allow your own talents to come to bear,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. And I think as a sportsman, you've always got to let that out. But how you have created this circle around you, I look forward to next year interviewing you on the next rung up and the next. And this is how it all begins. So I'm so proud of you guys. Well done.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Oh, I love this. So all future Olympians in the water, when it comes to water polo, you can say thank you when you see them in the street. There is something magical about a community stepping up, representing themselves. Yes, it's great for those at the tip of the spear, as I always say, but those coming through the ranks to know that they matter, that the sport matters this much, that is where the magic happens. So well done and thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Ben.
much.
Appreciate it.
Can you believe an hour has already flown by? It's just about hit 7 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has established a selection panel for the next National Director of Public Prosecutions, as Advocate Shamila Batoyi's term ends in January. Now, Justice Minister Mamoloko Kubai will chair the panel, which includes leaders from key commissions and legal associations. Now, the group will call for nominations, shortlist candidates, and submit 3 names to the president. The process underscores Ramaphosa's commitment to transparency, accountability, and maintaining the integrity of the National Prosecuting Authority in upholding the rule of law. In other news in South Africa, Acting Police Minister Firoz Kachalia and National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola launched SAPS's festive season anti-crime campaign in Bloemfontein. Now, police and other agencies will be on high alert, focusing on alcohol-related offences, robberies, border control, and tourist safety. Masemola emphasised financial caution during stockfile distributions, while Kachalia urged communities to cooperate with police in ensuring safer neighbourhoods. Now, the campaign aims to foster collaboration, protect lives, and maintain public order during the busy festive season across the country. In your international news making headlines, Hamas has indicated willingness to reach a deal to end the Gaza war, as indirect talks with Israel continue in Egypt. Now, the discussions, attended by Qatari and US mediators, are seen as the most promising yet since the 2023 conflict began. Now, US President Donald Trump's proposed plan forms the basis of negotiations, though key demands remain unresolved. Now, both sides remain cautious, with hopes that progress could finally lead to peace, reconstruction, as well as relief for millions displaced in Gaza. Madagascar's President Audrey Rajoelina has named General Rufin Fortunate Zafi Sambo as Prime Minister following weeks of protests over electricity and water shortages. Now the move replaces Christian Se, whose government was dissolved last week. Demonstrations have spread through Antananarivo, driven by frustration over corruption and economic hardship. Inspired by youth-led protests in Kenya and Nepal, the rallies are the largest in years. Zafi Sambo faces the immediate challenge of restoring basic services, as well as public confidence as tensions remain high across the island. Let's end up with this one, where panic rippled through Lytham St Anne's in the UK when residents reported a strange smell, fearing a gas leak. But a local engineer raced to Strong Fruits and Veg, where confused owners, Wai Peng Cheng as well as Candy Poi Kwam Lam, hadn't called for help. The scent was unmistakable, sharp, sour, and suspiciously strong. But after a quick investigation, the true culprit emerged. Not leaking pipes, but a famously stinky Southeast Asian fruit quietly sitting in the display. Now, relief turned to laughter as the engineer realized the emergency was just a durian during what durians do best, making an unforgettable first impression. Well, that's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into your latest in sports with Graham.
Mixed feelings about this first story. First of all, thank you, Carissa. Let's delve into our second sports bulletin with mixed feelings. Inter Miami defender Jordi Alba has announced he will be retiring at the end of the current MLS season. The 35-year-old Spanish superstar, who won 6 La Liga titles and a Champions League with Barcelona, says that he is closing this chapter with, quote, the best possible feeling. That was after a stellar career spanning over a decade. And I'm sure that paycheck in the MLS ain't hurting either. Now we get onto tennis, and our players are being pushed in the final big comp. At the moment, Novak Djokovic had to overcome fatigue and an ankle scare to beat Spain's Jaume Munar 6-3, 5-7, 6-2 to reach the Shanghai Masters quarterfinals, and he's pretty much the last man standing. The 38-year-old had to battle through what looked like extreme pain and exhaustion to stay on course for now a record 5th title. But with top seeds Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev and Fritz all falling out, Djokovic does remain the tournament favorite if he can stay standing. Now let's get into rugby, and we can get excited about the upcoming URC encounters. The Sharks, they have received a very timely boost with Springboks Makazola Mapimpi and the very much in form Ethan Hooker joining the squad in Dublin ahead of Saturday's URC showdown against the defending champions Leinster. Coach John Plumtree's side, brimming with talent, still chasing that first win after a loss to Glasgow and then a draw uncharacteristically with the Dragons. Now let's get back into some World Cup action, and England, they are proving their mettle. Heather Knight's unbeaten 79 guiding them to a tense 4-wicket win over Bangladesh. They could be the dark horses this year. That all went down in Guwahati, sending the 4-time champions now to the top of the Women's World Cup table. So England at one point recovered from 103 for 6 to chase down 179, with Knight and Charlie Dean adding 79 for that 7th wicket before Sophie Eccleston's 3-wicket haul restricted Bangladesh. And we will continue to track our ladies as they bounce back as well in their own World Cup journey. But that's where we leave it for this hour. Let's see if the roads are waking up on your Wednesday morning.
Thank you, Gray. We just have to touch down out in Gauteng in Johannesburg. Well, with the roads, an accident has occurred on the N1 northbound just before Malabongwe Drive. The right lane is currently affected, resulting in some delays. So please allow for extra travel time and proceed with caution when passing by that affected area. So we leave your roads for now. Let's check out your weather. Well, water news this morning is refreshingly positive. Johannesburg Water, in partnership with Wits University, has launched a pioneering pilot project to bring reliable water supply to informal settlements through underground sources. Now, the first of its kind in the city, the project will serve 9 communities across the Deep South, drilling boreholes and creating local water points. Now, work has begun in Maracana as well as Kokotela, promising much needed relief as well as renewed dignity for residents who've long faced chronic shortages. And that leads us straight into the sunrise view of this hour. Let's see what George is looking like through the eyes of Nyla Jacobs. Wow. Nyla, my goodness, does that even look like it's Earth? That looks like it's a completely extraterrestrial something that is coming on over George, but in the best way possible. Nyla, you've done such a fantastic job of capturing beautifully what is a place that many of us need to add to our bucket list. George, we definitely are coming for you. Nyla, we wish you a beautiful and blessed day ahead, and 21 degrees is what you can expect in your side of town. And a reminder again, once again, Mzansi, on 0630369649, hit us up with what your morning view looks like. We would love to see from George to GQ and anywhere else across the globe. Hit us up and let us know. For now, though, let's get into your temperatures so you can prep for the day. A gorgeous morning view to bring us here into the winner's circle, because we want you to stand a chance of winning by playing Lotto Plus 1 as well as Lotto Plus 2, and that is for 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. So please do not get left behind. You can go ahead and play Lotto for an estimated 3 million rand, but then you get Lotto Plus 1 for 8 million rand, and last but certainly not least, Lotto Plus 2 for 5 million rand today. So how do you get your hands on some tickets? Well, you buy them now in store, or you head to that website, nationallottery.co.za. There, of course, is the mobile app, there's cell phone banking, or dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Now, all these details, as well as our beautiful blossoming pictures, are available at Expresso Show across our socials. So make sure that you get yourself in the running to win big by playing Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for that 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. But all you have to do is play now. Now, G-Man, you're on the other side of the world. If you can hear me, tell me which company you're keeping right now.
Oh, my girl, it's just getting better. Okay, look, she doesn't have a flower crown yet, but Z Diasi is in the house. The best part of the show is something you never get to experience for me. It's the sound checks, where we get introduced to our artists at 6:30 in the morning, just letting that vocal beast out the cage. How are you feeling about your performance today?
I'm feeling good. Like, this is one of my favorite songs, so yeah.
It's going to be all of our favorite songs after this. You are sounding phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here, for blessing us with your talent. Z is going to take center stage. We're going to get to know a little bit more about her incredible journey. And yes, your day, the tone will be set when you hear this voice. Stick around.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back and thank you for spending your Wednesday morning with us. Right now, to tick that entertainment box, please let me introduce you to someone so special. Z DRC, a singer and songwriter who's stepping into a bold new era with debuting her first single Saturday right here on Expresso and joining Billboard charting collective Mother's Favorite Child on the upcoming world tour. Now, I know you want to see her, you want to embrace her, you want to love her, but before we chat her, let's take a listen to this.
Saturday, It was a Thursday, so you say. But we met on a Saturday, so you couldn't be talking about me. Now you're crossing your fingers, holding on, writing another song. Boy, you did me wrong. Yet I still miss you. Yes, I hate that.
Are you kidding? Let's give her a feel good welcome. Come on now. It's my girl Z. Wow. Such a beautifully refined, soulful, mature voice for somebody that's just 21 years old. You are incredibly talented. In fact, I can hear some of my favorites coming out, and I wonder if you also draw inspiration from like your Erykah Badu's, your Jill Scotts of the world.
Yes, that's like my role model, Erykah. Like, honestly, spirit animal. I always say that.
Oh my God, Fat Booty Bella. Like, she is just incredible. Okay, but let's talk about your journey, Z, and the fact that you have gone from strength to strength. I mean, we saw you on national screens as well when you were top 5 finalist on a South African singing competition, which was so incredible to witness. And now you're here growing and shaping yourself in your own very way. I really wonder what sort of doors have opened for you since you were just that young 18-year-old girl. Now 2 to 3 years later, what's happening?
Honestly, it's been a whole change, whole movement for me, honestly. But all amazing at the same time, just nerve-wracking. Because sometimes when you do something for the first time, you don't know if it's good or bad, but you just, you know,
you do it.
You do it because it's your dream, and you've always dreamt about something like this, and just because it's happening, sometimes it's so good to be true. But I think you should just grasp in the moment and just live in it.
Wow.
And all the wonderful things will come. Yes.
I love that.
Definitely.
So much wisdom as well coming from you. Now, you're speaking about dreaming, and I want to take us back to like younger Z. 10-year-old, 8-year-old Z. Number one, did you imagine that you would be here?
Well,
and also, was it your dream to become a singer?
Yes, I always knew I wanted to be a singer. I mean, when I was young, my dad, whenever there was a song I used to like by Alicia Keys, No One, that song, whenever that song would play, wherever it played, my dad would take me to listen. Whether it's next door or someone is just listening to it because he knew I loved the song.
Of course.
So I always knew that I wanted to like sing on big stages and perform for people because I knew that's something that I wanted to do. And 10-year-old, 8-year-old me, I don't think they knew that this day would come.
Oh, my goodness. But I love the fact that you honored your calling and honored your dream, and you said, you know what, I'm going to say yes. I don't even know what the future holds, but I'm going to say yes. And the doors are just bursting open, which is what you get rewarded by stepping out in faith, you know. You're now collaborating with a Billboard charting collective, Mother's Favorite Child, which is so incredibly exciting. I mean, how has that transition been for you from those national stages to now working with people that work alongside the Erykah Badu's of the world?
I mean, it's such a difference, obviously performing for a competition, and now you're actually in studio doing something that's like for your career, like could be a legacy one day, you know, you never know. And then it's like, it's different because there you were doing it for the people, for being live and gonna be on quickly set, and now it's like being in studio, learning how to do the vocals and being present and trying to make something beautiful out of what you're doing. It's been amazing, and working with Mother's Favorite Child, honestly, is a dream come true for me.
Oh, girl, you are Mother's Favorite Child, man. Come on.
Literally.
That is so beautiful. And now you're also going to go on tour with them, Paris Mark II and the works. So what can we anticipate? What's coming next?
I'll be anticipating with you.
Like you said, you're going to stay ready.
Yeah, you should stay ready so that you don't have to get ready.
You know what I'm saying.
So with the tour, it's honestly exciting.
Yeah.
It will be my first time ever doing something like that, you know, going to another country, doing things like, it's so exciting for me. Obviously nerve-wracking because like my first time I'll be ever doing that. You don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You don't want to do something silly, but you know, you learn from all those mistakes
right.
and everything. So it's exciting for me too.
Oh, I'm anticipating such a beautiful, you mentioned it earlier, legacy
Yeah.
that you are building just brick by brick. And I do wonder along the way as well if you have time for hobbies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have green fingers? Do you get in the garden? Do you connect with earth in that way?
I love a lot of things,
Yeah.
honestly, and I feel like I'm an adventurous person, so I'm always trying to like tap into new things.
Beautiful. Okay, well, it is Garden Day on the 12th, this coming Sunday.
Okay.
And we want to celebrate with you as well and
All
blossom
right.
along with our beautiful Z. So maybe we'll give you your own
Oh,
crown.
I'd love
in
one.
Just a little bit. Just add to your performance.
right.
Not that it needs anything else.
Okay.
So what can we anticipate today when you come to performing?
Definitely amazing performance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be performing my song Saturday and unreleased Authentic. It's called Authentic, one of my favorite songs. All of them are my favorite songs.
Yeah,
so,
because you
but-
are mother's favorite child too.
Yes. So, yeah, definitely, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to sing.
Well, we definitely look forward to it, Z. Thank you so much. I mean, if the sound checks are anything to go by, you are in for such a treat. Speaking about flowers, this girl is a flower, a whole bush in and of herself, just ready to blossom and ready to really look as beautiful as she definitely sounds. But speaking about colors, let's get into what the colors are going forward in 2026.
Yes, we are here for that. And maybe I am still burning a little bit that I don't have a flower crown yet. It is those little things that tell the bigger story, I reckon. But when we look at our design spaces, definitely so. From those textured finishes to warm, natural hues, it's the thoughtful details, the intention that makes a home feel truly personal. Now, in the first episode of the Plascon 2026 Colour Forecast, which a lot of people are very excited about, we're going to dive into the handmade theme and show how craft, character and colour can transform your space. Let's take a look.
I'm so excited to introduce you to the 2026 Plascon Colour Forecast with a concept, handmade. It's about tactility, paint, texture, and creating a sense of realness within yourself. It's about touch, it's a mood, it's a reminder to be authentic and tangible, layered in a textured world full of colours. Welcome to the 2026 Plascon Colour Forecast. Joining me right now is Charles Edwards, the co-founder and creative director of Lookbook Studio and also the editor-in-chief of House and Leisure. Charles, thank you so much for joining us today. We speak so much around the concept of what we are talking about today. Tell me, what has inspired the concept handmade for this year's 2026 Plascon Colour Forecast?
In a world that's kind of moved more towards the digital and AI kind of, taking over the whole world, we found as a studio to move more towards the world of tactility and the handmade, but also hand feeling. So while a lot of images are being created by AI and a lot of spaces are starting to look very similar because of that, especially all the images we see and a lot of paint brands overseas and locally are producing AI-generated images, we felt like it would be the right time to just go back to the essence of what paint is.
Joining me right now is Belle Bellingham, the former editor for Al Decor and also former creative director for Decorex, and now the contributing design editor for House and Leisure. Belle, working in style and design over your career, you spoke so much about authenticity, and our concept, handmade, is 2026 theme for Plascon Colour Forecast. How do we incorporate that into our personal style and also in the things that we choose around our home?
The handmade celebrates the imperfect. If you think of handmade, it reminds us that things are made stitched, they are painted, they are gently molded with our hands. So in this age of where everything's very slippery, everything's 3D printed or generated, a return to the luxury and the slowness of handmade is really important.
As the creative director for Lookbook Studio and co-founder and then the editor-in-chief at House and Leisure, what is your personal opinion around the concept handmade? I'd love to know.
In my workspace and also the design industry around me, we celebrate local design and the handmade, and we're in Africa, and we have so much to offer, and there's so much excitement around tactility and craft and the artisan, and I think we should embrace that. So I think the best way to start putting these colors together is to look at your space, to see what furniture you have, what artworks you have, and take it from there. Add a complementary color, perhaps every year add a pop of color, but it could also come through not just through the walls, but also a piece of furniture, like a vintage chair from a market that you could paint. We've created and curated this color palette to make it easier for you, and we've divided into 4 different worlds.
Well, your brand Chomis is known for being colorful, and the 2026 Plascon Color Forecast is known for its color worlds. So one is butter and sky, then we have fashion and candy, we also have land and sea, and then something that's more sensory, which is orchard and blooms. Tell me, listening to those color palettes, how are you inspired by that?
Nature is the main muse, the original genius. So I think in all the chaos, to come back to ground ourselves is very important.
Thank you, Bal and Teddy. In a digital artificial intelligent world, handmade and tactility offers us a sense of grounding through true human connection of craftsmanship and creativity. We are so excited to introduce the 4 color worlds of the 2026 Plascon Color Forecast.
And that is how you put your personal stamp on it. Kyle, I love you guys. Thank you so much for that one. We're going to throw a little bit more into the kitty right now. Plascon is giving away 2,000 Rand in cash every Wednesday for the next few weeks. Now I got your attention. To become our first lucky winner, simply follow Plascon South Africa on any of their social media platforms. Pretty easy. Then head to the competition post on that's Expresso's Facebook, Instagram, or X, and tell us this. Which of Plascon's handmade color worlds is your favorite? I know it's tough. Don't forget to include that qualifying hashtag Plascon Color Forecast 2026. And this week's competition closes at midday, Tuesday the 13th of October. But you can find the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. We promised you an unforgettable performance. And yes, flower crowns, and I give you both.
Oh my gosh, it would be such an injustice to continue the show without crowning our beautiful performer today. Z, this is for you. Okay. It is Garden Day on Sunday. 10 years of celebrating, blooming and blossoming, and come on, girl. You look absolutely
Thank you.
and it's definitely going to match the sound that's coming your way straight after the break. Hopefully she'll keep it on. I'm going to try to convince her because she does look that good, okay? But prepare yourself for some soulful goodness coming your way straight after this break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, look at the joy in my face. Why? Because I get to sit down next to my friend
Stop
for 2
it.
minutes, man. I love these busy days because then we both like, ah.
Right.
But then we never get to sit down and just take a moment.
Okay, can I compensate? Can I actually just make up for it?
Yay.
I got you a flower crown.
I
Okay, I
love
didn't
it.
do it. Babylous Soren did it.
I love, they make flower arranging and just greenness
Yeah.
so cool.
So cool.
I want to make sure that I do this justice.
Yeah, I think it's that way. Ah, Graham.
Perfect.
That
Eh?
is stunning.
I love
You
it.
look like you could be part of a Shakespeare play.
And I would, hey?
Yeah.
Puck.
Yes, that's it.
I
That's
could be
it.
that. I like it. I like someone said Roman emperor. I'll take that crown. I will take it.
You look incredible.
Well, now we are ready to hit the open road.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not in a convertible. We might have to do the scarf over the flower crown
the
thing in the
flowers.
convertible. Oh, but we'd look amazing, eh?
Just driving down the
Now it
highway.
has to be a convertible, actually. When it comes to road trips, the route, the destination, they really do matter. But it's the people in the car, whether they've got flower crowns or not. That's what turns the kilometers into unforgettable memories.
I couldn't agree more. So here's the big question. Who are you riding shotgun with, or who's riding shotgun with you? Now imagine your dream drive. Who's the one person you'd want in that passenger seat or in the driver's seat in my case? Is it your bestie, your partner, or maybe your granny, who you've always really known packed the best pack course?
Well, it's a combination.
Okay.
So every road trip would involve my poor mom having to just marshal the forces, okay? And my grandmother, and I understand where I get this from now, she drove most people insane. She loved me, okay? But she was a people watcher. So we could be driving past Kroonstad in the middle of nowhere, and she'd see someone who'd be like, oh, that's George. He's going to his long-lost love, and I could just feel my mother's tension and frustration. We don't know who he is. He doesn't even
no,
speak
no,
that
no,
language.
but that's George.
No, he's going to his long-lost sister got married, and they rediscovered it. And she would literally keep talking through the whole long expanse of the road trip. So I do miss that.
Yeah.
But I've realized my mom and I solved the issues of the world driving together. She would have to drop me off at boarding school in KZN sometimes, or we'd take these trips where I think she understood to get past all of the madness and the amount of words coming out my mouth. A road trip is a great way to just kind of stretch it out. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I miss my mommy, and I think maybe it's time for us to actually check in. Is there a star that you would like to spend a bit of time with in the car?
A star,
maybe
like
a sports person
like a
now
famous
that you're,
person.
yeah, now
You
that
meant
you're
like Orion
into,
Spelt.
yeah, well, anyone that you want, you could go there if you want. The Karoo, you can get the whole of the Milky Way in.
Somebody famous that I'd love to drive with. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say Oprah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's always been a role model of mine since I was a kid. We would literally yap the whole way. I'd ask her all the questions in the world about her career, how she actually solidified herself.
What would you call the podcast?
As a black
Because it has
woman.
to be a podcast.
Ooh,
now.
it would be called Oh.
Wow. So it's got an animated logo that comes in. Oh.
Because you never know what's going to come out of either of our mouths, but it's going to be insightful, it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to be in a car on a road trip.
We can pitch it to her. Who would drive though? I can't imagine Oprah doing
Either
much
of us.
driving. I don't think she's doing much.
We'll
she
be in the back seat.
She probably has a driver. I have a feeling. We've got some beautiful comments coming through with people.
see.
This seems to have excited people. Let's see what Mondlovu is saying.
Okay, well, I'd love to take my best friend Bertha Liner Petey on the ultimate road trip. We'd embark on a scenic drive along the stunning garden route, stopping at hidden gems, trying local cuisine, and singing our favorite tunes. With the breathtaking views, laughter, and adventure, it would be a journey of a lifetime.
I
That's
love that.
Beautiful.
You know what? When we get to the point where everyone feels like they're going to win a competition with their answers, so these answers are beautiful. Thank you so much, because now I'm really burning to get out there and reconnect. Tabang saying, Sophie Matabula, Michelle Matabula, my family. We like to spend time together.
Oh,
I like how
cute.
particular we're on the nose. Doom.
But also
This is the
those
person.
specific people.
Yes, okay, the rest of the family, not so much. You guys are allowed to come. But you've got to be careful, because that one person can sour the whole trip, okay?
Two's company, three's a crowd. Okay, Keisha Deneen Tout saying, my daughter. You win.
But
She
with
wins.
that, just to let us know that it could end up in anything. The way that you've got that little ... there is like, wow, we could end up in another country.
Kind of an open-ended
Danae just saying, my kids.
Okay.
Simple. I love road trips.
Would you say my kids?
I love, but it's short road trips. Because
Small doses.
most of our games involve me responding to the question, are we there? And it's fun for like the first 2 kilometers,
Right.
not for the 98 that
There's
follow.
only
yeah?
so many I Spy things you can play, you know? But we want you to get ready to those road trip dreams for them to become a reality, because 5 lucky couples stand a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime road trip and track experience for 2 with Shell V Power.
And all you got to do is spend 750 Rand or more at Shell. Tap your V Plus rewards card just 3 times this month, and you could be in the running. You could be hitting the road in ultimate style with your +1. Could even be Oprah, you never know. That might not be in the T's and C's, but you can find them and they do apply.
Okay, well, I think somebody that will be a strong contender, if not Oprah, is definitely our performer today because she would sing all my favorite songs. ZDRC is here singing her first track. It's called Saturday.
Hi everyone, this is ZDRC and I'll be singing my debut single, Saturday.
All the hurt and deceiving, no more contemplating. Broken love and faithful dating, yet still there is hesitation. No, I can't let go. No, no, I cannot hold on. No, no, no. You've broken a promise. Another dishonest, nothing left to say. Just a regretful Saturday. Birthdays, hotels, liquor, threesome, strippers. You kissed her while saying I was the only one. Lies, second nature. Fool me once, twice. No, I can't hold on. No. You've broken a promise. Another dishonest, nothing left to say. Just a regretful Saturday. You've broken a promise. Another dishonest, nothing left to say. Just a regretful Saturday. You've broken a promise. A love that is so dishonest. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Yeah. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, yeah. Oh. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, yeah. Saturday.
Come on, it's the attitude for me. I'm here for it. I love it, girl. You are something else. And guess what? She's still got another performance waiting just for us. But we're going to keep you waiting a little bit longer because, of course, it is Garden Day on Sunday and we are celebrating on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. We're getting into a waterblommetjie curry. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be delicious. And it's coming your way straight after this. Oh, so good.
Thank you.
South Africa, it's time to fuel your wanderlust because Shell is giving you and a partner of your choice the chance to win the ultimate South African road trip experience.
That's right. With Shell V-Power, 5 lucky couples will win a once-in-a-lifetime road trip and track experience. And entering couldn't be easier. Simply spend 750 Rand or more, tap or scan your V Plus rewards card 3 times this month, and you're in the running.
Oh, so please start those engines and let Shell V-Power take you places you'll never forget. T's and C's apply. Find them all at expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That, I mean, if you want to do it
Big
inside,
difference. Having a flower crown has made all the difference this morning because it's reconnected me to the green energy. We are continuing our Garden Day celebration with a quick spring makeover anyone can try. No landscaping degree required. So whether you've got pots, beds, or just a small patch of earth, the right plant choices can transform your space and how you feel. And our next guest is a gardener. He's an architect, he's a social entrepreneur, and he is here to walk us through 4 spring picks, each with a very different purpose and a really cool story. Ian Domisay, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing the coolest plant I've seen since forever, right in front of me. These are different, unusual, and this is your day. So how do you feel about when World Garden Day comes around? You must be kind of exploding with excitement, man.
Yeah, man. By then, you want your garden to be looking at its best. So you want to do things so you can just enjoy your garden on the day.
Yeah, and we are blessed to have green spaces all around us, and we put so much stock in that. You can bring those green spaces into your space. I love it. So we've got some beautiful and quite unusual plants here, which all have a story. So, well, I don't know, where do you want to start? Talk us through
Let's start with this one, the Chlorophytum sornacea. So why I like it, it's an ornamental grass.
Okay.
And people always want to have lawns. But I like these ornamental grasses that you don't need to mow all the time. Plus, they've got these blooms for the pollinators, which start now in spring and go through summer and even autumn.
So it's an ecosystem supporter as well.
And in our urban areas, we've got so many spaces that are part sun and part shade, and this can handle that. So you don't have to worry about.
And it's got a beautiful kind of cottagey garden, fairy kind of, there's something quite magical about the look of it that I love. Beautiful. Okay, you've ticked the box.
Yeah.
So I would imagine you're going to do well.
That one. And then let's do a sun-loving one. So this is the Scabiosa. And you see it's got this tall, almost like a pincushion flower.
Yeah.
And why I like it is that it also blooms a lot now in spring and summer, and it attracts butterflies. But then when it drops these petals, it makes these little round balls, which you can actually use as a cut flower. So even after its main flower, you can use it like that.
So it gets a second life. That's gorgeous.
And then I also like it because it kind of starts to spread. I love propagating plants and like dividing them and gifting them. So it's a really nice one for that.
It's quite forgiving in that sense, but it's beautiful. It's also full and rich and green. I think it matches the season beautifully as well.
Yeah.
I love that. The colour's gorgeous. What's next on the list?
Okay, so this one is the Kalenko, and for me, it reminds me of the Flintstones. I don't know why. I think it's the...
There is something very prehistoric here.
And again, you can propagate it easily. So look, these are 3 cuttings that I took actually from my mother-in-law's plant.
Was she aware that you took them?
No, I was pruning. I was doing a favor. And you just shove them in the ground and then they grow. And it's also a nice one to combine with the ornamental grass because it creates this beautiful color in the red fleshy, so it's like a contrast.
And you've got a little bit of that color, the shading in there, so you get that beautiful ombre, very powerful, and it looks a little bit otherworldly. Like you said, it looks like it comes from a different era.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this gorgeous plant in front of me, it looks like it's doing its whole thing. It could be in like its own little terrarium.
Yeah.
I love this, but it does look like, again, a bit alien or otherworldly. What is it called, first of all?
So this is a Euphorbia Thai yellow.
Okay.
So it's actually related to the crown of thorns euphorbia, which comes from Madagascar. So it's not South African, it's our neighbor.
Okay.
Almost one of our neighbors. And but it's got the bigger flower and it blooms all year round. And then at certain times of the year, the flower changes color. So yeah, it's another good one for a pot.
And it's a talking point as well. I love the fact that when you create a little garden, yes, you've got the responsibility of obviously looking after it, but it almost feels like another relationship has been formed. But it often, when we fail within looking after our special friends, it can be very disparaging and often ends our green journey. What advice do you have for someone wanting to set up that maybe doesn't have massive amounts of land to transform, small garden, but really wants to fill maybe like a balcony or even a windowsill? How do we approach our small spaces to green them up?
Yeah, I think you must pay attention to the plant's water needs.
Okay.
So some are more forgiving than others. So succulents, like they really can be forgotten about, you know? They don't need so much water.
That's why they need such pretty flowers, just to remind me, hey man, I'm still here, man, I'm still here.
But at the same time, you don't want to overwater it because that sometimes people kill them with too much water.
Is there a baseline to know, because I know every plant is different, how do you know these things? How do you guys, I'm sure it's intuitive for you, but for the layperson, the person who's not that expert, how do we know when we're going too far, too little? How should we approach that relationship?
Well, a lot of the more sort of greeny, abundant plants, you'll see them start to like sag.
They lilt, yeah.
The succulents won't do that. The other one is to just watch the soil level and actually just feel if it is moist.
Okay.
The big thing is, though, you want to cover your soil with mulch. You don't want to leave your soil exposed to the sun.
And even in potting plants, get the mulch, keep that soil protected.
Yeah.
When you start to see discoloration, is that a sign of like, the plant's dying? Do I cut those leaves off? How do I approach a plant that's starting to show the signs of wear and tear?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point, because this one, the chlorophytum, in late winter, it does start to look a bit messy. So you can give it a haircut just before spring, and then it pops new growth again.
Just like us. And just like us, we are inspired by music. What music do you play your plants? A little bit of Vivaldi, maybe Four Seasons?
No, I like Arcade Fire. You know, I think the plants like that. Yeah, they also do like classical music for sure.
You can joke about it, but there is an energetic connection between plants that we're starting to understand now, whether it's a touch related, whether it's sonic, whether it's a vibration. I think we're understanding how deep our connection to plants really runs now. We've shared this beautiful planet for a very, very long time. That being said, are you allowed a favorite child? What is your favorite? What plant do you look at and go, wow, this is just too much?
See, it's odd actually. I struggle to walk past a sweet basil plant in the nursery and leave it behind.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just coming into season now. They're little in the stores, but yeah, just the look of it, the flavor, making pesto, I just love it.
That brings to bear our relationship. For me, pennyroyal, the smell of it, but it's jasmine. And it reminds me, I'm up in Joburg, like the season would come with the smell of jasmine. And now I've planted jasmine outside windows all around our house so that you know the season has changed from that smell. bless you for doing the work that you're doing, man. Thank you
Oh,
so
thanks
much
for
for.
having me
Oh, and it's amazing, and I think you're going to open people's eyes, and you can transform your space in the most fundamental way with just a few little additions. You don't have to break the bank, and you can really start to get that green energy in your space. And if that doesn't work, make yourself a flower crown, man. Okay, Ian's going to get a flower crown in just a moment. Buddy, thank you so much. Go and be inspired to transform your space in every way. Even the kitchen can get a makeover on Garden Day.
Talking about green energy, we got that green energy. As you can see, all the greens are on the kitchen right now. Chef Maynard's still with us this morning. We have been going so crazy over the Morsbrood. Oh my goodness, with that beautiful lavender flavored butter.
Yes.
It has been sensational. But now we're switching gears a bit. We're moving into a more savory offering.
Yes.
And we weren't joking. We've got every shade of green on the counter right now. What are we going to be making?
Okay, cool. So today we're going to be making a waterblommetjie green Thai curry. I love waterblommetjies. They're obviously very traditional. We find them all over the Cape, growing in the dams, and it's the peak of their season now.
That's right.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks and then they'll be gone. So I love cooking with waterblommetjies, and green Thai curry is just one of those beautiful, fresh, wonderful dishes that I love making right through summer as well, because you can jazz it up with all kinds of veggies. Even our pots are green
Even
today.
the pots are green. That is amazing. When you
Okay.
said waterblommetjie green Thai curry,
yes,
my brain immediately went, oh yeah, that makes sense.
It does make
sense.
sense.
And it really does make sense with the earthy flavors and the texture of the waterblommetjies,
yeah.
with that vibrant, slightly creamy but spicy or dimensional sauce.
Exactly.
I love that. I've got a lot of herbs in front of me, so I'm going to be chopping, right, Chef?
Yes, will you please show us your beautiful chef skills? Want jy is
I'ma
mos 'n
try.
regte chef. And chop us some beautiful fresh coriander and basil. So over here we've got some onions and ginger and garlic sweating in a little bit of beautiful coriander flavored olive oil.
Tell me about the coriander flavored olive oil. So
It's from Willow Creek,
we're
and
using-
yeah, it's just fantastic. It just adds that
Base for the
wonderful.
Mensa. There we go. I love it. And I mean, it is available at Woolies if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we're giving Willow Creek some extra airtime here. I love the fact that they've got the flavored oils, but they're the innovative guys that came up with the spray bottle.
Yeah,
And if you have an air fryer at home,
Yes.
you should not be pouring your
They are
oil onto the
perfect.
ingredients. Spray.
Okay, in goes our green curry paste.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. My best
It
already.
is an amazing way to get instant flavor.
Definitely. Okay, so we're just quickly going to stir that up, and then I think the winning ingredient of a green curry is the stock that we're going to be adding to this. Now, this I've been cooking the good part of yesterday. I was cooking this chicken stock with beautiful lemongrass from my garden, whole roasted chickens, onions, garlic, celery, fennel bulbs.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So I spent a good day. A good part of the day cooking this, and just smell this. This is just
I don't even have to come
beautiful.
close.
Yeah, you
it
got to
smells
come
so
close.
good. So that's your stock that you've made, and that's going to be the base of
That's
the...
going to be the base.
Oh, it
okay,
smells so
this
good.
has been frying up over here, so we are going to start adding. Okay, so these are our fresh waterblommetjies. We've blanched all the vegetables. Now, blanching is obviously you dunk the vegetables for a minute in boiling water, then into an ice bath. And what I love about that is it keeps the green, beautiful, vibrant colors of the veggies.
Right.
So in goes our waterblommetjies.
How do you prep waterblommetjies besides just blanching them like you said?
You can just soak them in salt water. People say overnight. It's not really necessary. And then, and then you just trim the little stems off at the bottom. Just make sure that they're clean. And then, as I said, we blanch these. So our waterblommetjies are in. We've got some beautiful tender stem broccoli, asparagus, which are now in season.
Right.
Yeah, these actually come from Paul, where I live. There's a bunch of Italian farmers growing asparagus.
Of course, you find all the Italians in Paul.
Yeah.
Not even a joke. Not even a joke. So, Chef, when it comes to seasonality, I know that we all, like, as chefs and culinary experts, we naturally eat according to the seasons.
Yeah.
Is that are you visually noticing the difference of spring this year?
Oh,
What's
definitely.
attracting you a lot? What's exciting you?
Exciting me is, I think, the announcement of spring, and especially where I live in Paul, is the arrival of the berries, the
Right.
strawberries. there's lots of strawberry farms around us. And when they start opening up, I think that's just spectacular. And I love cooking with them and using them in food. So that's the announcement of spring for me. And then shortly after, the green asparagus. I grew up in the Eastern Free State.
I didn't know that. Okay, amazing.
Yes, and I grew up with asparagus and with cherries. That were the things that were cultivated. Okay, so we're going to put in some pak choy. I put in asparagus. I put in some manjatu. And then we are going to start adding our beautiful stock.
What's quite nice is if you've got your stock made that you've made it in the week maybe.
Yes.
Everything kind of comes together really quickly. So you can be in the kitchen, get the meal on the plate, get everybody eating in record time actually.
Exactly. And what is lovely about a green curry, it doesn't need like hours of cooking.
No.
It's beautiful and it's fresh and it's quick.
Nice.
All right.
Actually, to our viewers at home, if you want to get involved, you want to ask us any questions, go ahead and send us a voice note. That voice note number is 063-036-9649. Get those voice notes through. In the meantime, I've got some social media comments. I'm going to step to the side. Chef Menno Joubert must have put his heart into cooking this masterpiece. He did. He absolutely did. Another comment from Charmaine Kruger is, love the coloring hotline idea. Awesome. I agree. We're embracing spring. We're embracing color through food and through seasonality. It's what we do. Chef, there's a lot going on. I feel like I missed out.
Yes,
I missed the whole chapter of a movie.
So the stock is in...
Is dit verlaten?
Ja, dis verlaten. Dis verlaten.
Don't look.
Don't look.
Let's go back to the curry. We've got all our veggies in there.
Yes, all the veggies are in the stock and it's starting to boil. And you don't want to overcook this. You actually just want to heat it through. And then lastly, we're going to put in our coconut cream. I love using coconut cream instead of the milk. It just makes for a beautiful, nice, thick sauce. Oh, we've got some chives.
It is looking amazing.
Pumping up the green over here.
It also feels like, yes, we're being indulgent. Yes, there's a lot of depth of flavor.
Yeah.
But by eating so many greens, I feel like I'm still...
Oh, definitely.
Being healthy?
Yes.
Well, at least I know I'm getting all the nutrients in it, because as we know, like all our leafy greens are where all the nutrients are. This
How
is
much
amazing.
time have we got?
Yep. Oh, the people. Okay,
sorry.
The guys upstairs are saying we've got 2.5 minutes, chef. 2.5 minutes.
There we go. So let's plate this up.
Okay.
Okay, so something that I love doing, instead of using rice for the green curry, is to use, can I get those tongs?
For sure.
There we go. Is to use sweet potato chips. You can also do your own sweet potatoes that you just fry up in the air fryer or in the oven. But this adds another sort of a depth of flavor.
Yeah.
And, minus all the carbs. I love using sweet potatoes.
I think it's such a smart idea because the texture is also going to change as it sits with that sauce.
Exactly.
It's going to become so delicious.
Exactly. And then to make it really South African, we've got some snoek fish cookies.
Oh, so this isn't for later, it's for now. Wow.
So this is going to go in a snoek fish cookie on the side. And then we can probably plate this up.
I feel like if there was ever a South African movie title that someone was looking for, it's Fish Chips and Waterblommetjies.
No.
I think that sounds so beautiful. I would love to watch that movie. Oh, my word. But I do love the direction you've taken. I want to almost say these are the intrusive thoughts that you have literally played into and you're doing it. The idea of having potato instead of rice with like a soupy curry is always great to me because the potato sucks up that sauce. You've done that with a sweet potato.
Exactly.
But made it a bit local, again, not just with waterblommetjies, but with the fish cook.
Yes.
Chef.
I love fish cookies, especially fish cookies. I love them.
This is such an interesting dish.
Look how beautiful, and the colors just pop.
They do just pop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna and I'm going here.
Okay, wait. One
we're not done. We're not done.
Some baby coriander leaves going on top.
Chef, can I ask you not to put coriander on this one? And I'm gonna tell you why. Oh, wait. Here we go. He's here.
Whoa.
Graham Rich is in the kitchen.
I don't understand.
He's the reason we're not going to do the coriander that one.
Am I that guy? Have I become the reason why the nation is going to be starved of coriander? I'm glad. I am glad of that fact.
Do you know about the hashtag? Graham Coriander. Go check it out. There's a hashtag about it. It's trending at the moment.
Please, I mean, we can win the day. Have I walked into some kind of fairy tale? What is going on in this plate, in this pot? What has happened?
Chef, I'm going to let you say
Okay, cool.
what's
So we
happening.
prepared a waterblommetjie green Thai curry with snoek fish cookies and sweet potato chips and some fresh kappertjie blomme, which are from our garden and which are in season. So
Happy Garden Day. Where do I start? How do I do it?
More sauce. There, Graham, you can go.
You got to get a bit of everything.
Okay,
Graham.
I'm gonna try.
A little bit of the snoek, a little bit of like a bikkie waterblommetjie.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna.
It's going to be hot, but you can handle it.
Hot as in hot, or as in
both?
Okay.
Lovely.
This is that quiet time.
Amazing.
It smells so
My
good.
mouth is watering so much right now. I don't know if the food's going to stay in.
That'll work.
Okay, it's very hot.
Sorry.
This is such a roller coaster. Not even a roller coaster. It's just the orchestra going
orchestra.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
the
it is?
texture.
It's Vivaldi's Four Seasons.
There we go.
That's what it is.
There we go. And a nice fusion of South African and Eastern and yeah.
Get the recipe, scan the QR code. Not lying, South Africa. This is one dish you have to make. Come right back.
I will.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Today's show has truly just flown by, but that's what happens when you have all the fun. Let's get kick-started on that final one with your 8 o'clock national news headlines, where President Cyril Ramaphosa begins working visits to Ireland today and Belgium tomorrow, and that is to strengthen ties in trade, education and innovation. Now, he will hold talks with Irish President Michael D. Higgins and Prime Minister Michel Martin, reinforcing South Africa's partnership with the European Union. Now, meanwhile, Deputy President Paul Mashatile travels to Juba, South Sudan, to advance peace efforts in his role as Special Envoy. Now, both visits underscore South Africa's commitment to diplomacy, regional stability and global cooperation. In other national news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has established a selection panel for the next National Director of Public Prosecutions, as Advocate Shamila Batoyi's term ends in January. Now, Justice Minister Mamoloko Kubai will chair the panel, which includes leaders from key commissions and legal associations. Now, the group will call for nominations, shortlist candidates, and submit 3 names to the President. The process underscores Ramaphosa's commitment to transparency, accountability and maintaining the integrity of the National Prosecuting Authority in upholding the rule of law. In your international news-making headlines, the United Nations has voiced alarm over escalating violence in northern Mozambique, where more than 100,000 people have fled their homes since January. Now, insurgents linked to the Islamic State have intensified attacks in Cabo Delgado, targeting civilians and destroying villages. Over 500 incidents have been recorded this year, with growing reports of abductions and forced recruitment of children. Aid agencies warn that displacement is at record levels, straining humanitarian operations as families flee repeatedly with little hope of returning home. Meanwhile, Hamas has indicated willingness to reach a deal to end the Gaza war, as indirect talks with Israel continue in Egypt. Now, the discussions, attended by Qatari and U.S. mediators, are seen as the most promising yet since the 2023 conflict began. U.S. President Donald Trump's proposed plan forms the basis of negotiations, though key demands remain unresolved. Now, both sides remain cautious, with hopes that progress could finally lead to peace, reconstruction, and relief for millions of displaced Gazans. Now, let's close off here, where after decades of alarming decline, South Africa has given its vultures a fighting chance. The government has reaffirmed its commitment to vulture conservation through the National Multi-Species Vulture Biodiversity Management Plan, now in action via the National Vulture Task Force. Now, this comes after 2 major poisoning incidents this year killed hundreds of vultures. Environmental Minister Dr. Dion George urged citizens to help safeguard these crucial scavengers, vital for preventing disease outbreak. Now, with the launch of the SADC Vulture Conservation Strategy for 2025 to 2035, regional cooperation is taking off, uniting 12 nations to protect, restore, and celebrate Africa's magnificent sky cleaners. We close up on that feel-good note, and that's where we leave your news for this Wednesday morning. Time now for that last bit of sports with Graham.
Now, really hoping that he's going to get a flower crown like mine to send him off. Inter Miami defender Jordi Alba has made it official. He has announced that he will retire at the end of the current MLS season. The 35-year-old Spanish superstar, who's won 6 La Liga titles and a Champions League with Barcelona, said he is closing this chapter, quote, with the best possible feeling after a stellar career spanning over a decade, and what a swan song in the MLS, helping prop up the sport as well. Now, it's been a dramatic tennis year, and it's coming down to the wire in Shanghai. Novak Djokovic overcame fatigue and an ankle scare to beat Spain's João Munar 6-3, 5-7, 6-2 to reach the Shanghai Master quarterfinals. Now, the 38-year-old had a tough time. He battled through, it looked like, extreme pain and exhaustion to stay on course now for a record 5th title. And he's the last man standing. The top seeds, Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev and Fritz all out. Djokovic very much the tournament favourite. Now let's get on to rugby, and we can get excited about the URC this weekend, especially from the Sharks' perspective. They've received a timely boost with Springboks Makazole Mapimpi and the very much in-form Ethan Hooker joining the squad in Dublin ahead of Saturday's URC showdown against the defending champions Leinster. So Coach John Plumtree's a very talented side still chasing that first win after a loss to Glasgow and then a draw with the Dragons. Now let's get back into the drama of the Cricket World Cup. Wow, the ladies are being tested in England. They are standing up. Heather Knight's unbeaten 79 guiding England to a very tense 4-wicket win over the dark horses in this comp, Bangladesh in Guwahati, sending the 4-time champs top of the Women's World Cup table. So England recovered from 103 for 6 to chase down 179, with Knight and Charlie Dean adding 79 for that 7th wicket. That was after Sophie Eccleston's 3-wicket haul had restricted Bangladesh to that total. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this beautiful hump day. I know some of you do still have to go to work today. If you're not on holiday like the kids, let's see if the traffic is playing its part.
Well, what's happening on your roads in KZN? In Pietermaritzburg, a multi-vehicle accident has occurred on the N3 southbound after Hilton Avenue. Now, the left lane is currently closed and traffic is very quickly backing up. Motorists are urged to make use of an alternate route to avoid expected delays. Well, let's move over to Cape Town out in Somerset West, where there's some congestion building on the N2 outbound just before Victoria Road. Things are moving slowly, so expect a little bit of a delay, but take it easy out there, and remember, wherever you are headed this morning, stay alert and, of course, stay alive. That's where we leave your roads for this Wednesday. Let's check out your weather for the final time. Well, in water news this morning, it is a refreshingly positive take. Johannesburg Water, in partnership with Wits University, has launched a pioneering pilot project to bring reliable water supply to informal settlements through underground sources. Now, the first of its kind in the city, the project will serve 9 communities across the Deep South, drilling boreholes and creating local water points. Work has begun in Maracana as well as Kokotela, promising much-needed relief and renewed dignity for residents who've long faced chronic shortages. And all of that leads us to our final sunrise view of this hour. Now, we've seen George, we've also seen Ebeja. Now, let's see what Cape Town is looking like through the eyes of Owen. Well, this is a beautiful look at Lakeside, which is basically our neighbors. Thank you so much for that view, Owen. The sun just peeking through there, all the beautiful leaves on the tree. And I love the fact that we all know the sun is just rising that much earlier and setting a little bit later. So you have no excuse but to send your good morning view on 0630369649. Gather all that data and then just burst us with so much information. We would love to see it as we delve into your temperatures so you can prep for the rest of your Wednesday.
Have you won anything recently other than a beautiful flower crown?
I'm winning at life every single day.
I feel like you are, hey?
It's the mental thing.
It really is. And by osmosis, I'm winning. And by osmosis, you can win. No, you can win really big right now. So listen up and listen carefully. You stand a chance of winning by playing your lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2. Why? 16 million rand in reasons why. That is the total estimated jackpot this Wednesday, so please don't get left behind. You can play Lotto for an estimated 3 million rand. Lotto Plus 1 weighing in with 8 million rand today, and then Lotto Plus 2, not to be outdone, 5 million rand in the pot.
All the millies coming your way potentially, only if you buy your tickets now in store or head to the website nationallottery.co.za. The mobile app you can download on your phone, and while you're there, there's cell phone banking, or you could simply head to your keypad and dial *120 *7529#, and all the USSD will be sent your way.
And we're going to keep the deets up on the Expresso social media pages so you can check them out and make sure you put yourself in the running, because if you don't play, you can't win. And Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2, they are stepping up with 16 million rand in that estimated jackpot today. So good luck. Okay, so after the break, in fact, I'm not going to give anything away. In fact, I'm not even going to tell you what today is, but we are giving you a bit of a clue, and you can have a little look. There we go. So I'd like you to go onto our social media pages and tell us what day is today and what should we be talking about after this. We'll see you now.
I like that.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and spring has certainly sprung. We put out a post this morning just saying what's blooming your world today, and prompted you to send a photo of your garden or even your neighborhood blooms or your favorite potted plant on our WhatsApp line or on our
Just talk us
socials.
through how intensely you were potting these plants.
I'm
right
telling
there.
you, I have fake plants for a reason. But listen, that was definitely some inspiration.
I know, and that looks beautiful. So let's see if the inspiration will continue with Jenny Fanakiba. She said, "Good morning, fam. Enjoy this beautiful Wednesday." Right back at you.
Thank you, Jenny.
She is our bunch of
That's
flowers.
so kind of you. We
My sister's name is
appreciate
Jenny.
you, Jenny.
So I love all Jennies.
Ah, look at Chantal's picture. Have a blessed, beautiful week. You know when you step outside and you see this and you breathe that fresh, crisp air, you have no choice but to have a blessed, beautiful week.
I love it. Soak it all up. Roxy also joined the party this morning.
Stop it,
no
Roxy.
words required. Roxy, you're making us all look a little mundane and useless this morning. I'm all about this. We're going to go and pick up all of our veggies for our miniature veggie garden this weekend.
I
love it. It's not quite on that level, though.
Nancy
Sure.
Govender, I absolutely love looking at flowers blooming, just brightens up my mood. And this is a bloom from my garden. Okay, Nancy Fancy.
Shift it up. There we go.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that
Very
ombre
interesting
effect.
flower.
You see, the fact that we even know words like ombre.
Ombre.
Flowers gave us that, okay?
Nature's the ultimate inspiration,
It really
honestly.
is.
Thank you, Fancy Nancy.
I love
work.
it. Please keep them coming. Let us know what is going on outside your window, on your windowsill, for that matter, in your house. We want to see the plants, we want to see the green, and we want to see it differently. In fact, I am seeing the culinary arts completely differently because it is garden day. Over to you, Chef.
I see the color in the culinary arts too. I mean, how amazing is this? Wow. Chef, this is beyond impressive. Look at this cake. It is looking
beautiful?
so sensational. Also, we spoke about the bright lights earlier. I'm so happy that the bright lights have not attacked the icing. Listen, it's quite hot in the studio. I've got so much makeup on. Someone literally said I look like Michael Jackson before and after. Not nice, not fair, but it's true. It's hot here. This cake is so fantastic. The colors are sensational. What's happening on the inside?
On the inside, and we're going to cut it so you can taste it and you can see it. But it's beautiful layers of Victoria sponge, a little bit of a cream cheese, beautiful layer in between, and then a fresh strawberry jam that we made that's layered in between, and then obviously with the beautiful ombre color starting from the sort of lilac into the pink into the vanilla shades, and I just love the look of this cake, and I love cakes that are decadent and over the top, a little bit like me. And then, so we're going to start
It is beautiful. We just mentioned the word ombre, and this is literally the inspiration taken and put in a cake form. But now we're moving over to the decorations.
Yeah.
Because this is where things get really, really exciting. So let's talk about it. We've got some edible flowers.
We've got edible flowers. These are grown in my garden every season. They are gesiggies, pansies.
Okay.
Pansies. A friend of mine raced around Paul yesterday picking these for me, and they are all organic, beautiful garden
That's exactly the one
roses,
that I was
but smell there.
Oh my goodness, it's exactly the one that I was going to pick up to show to camera.
Yeah, it
because
smells like Turkish delight.
It does.
Beautiful,
and its shape is so amazing. And
Yes,
upstairs in my ear, they're all going, oh, the color. The color is so deep. And apparently,
it is beautiful, yeah.
Shades of blue and purple in nature is really special.
Yeah.
And I mean, we see it here again with like that beautiful violet.
Yes.
And with this deeper purple. They are very special and it looks amazing.
They are very special.
And how are we going to be incorporating it into our cake this morning?
Okay, I'm going to show you now. So first of all, we're going to start again with our strawberries. If you will help me with this.
Yes, absolutely.
I call these my Sun International strawberries. It's like the type you'll find in a hotel. So we just cut them and then we're going to spread them
it's what they taught us in first year. I love it. It's a picky retro, but it's so nice.
Yeah. And then we're just going to start popping them all over the cake. And then we've also got some beautiful fresh blueberries. I love blueberries. I just think they are fantastic, and they're going to add to the color of what we are doing here. So we're going to add some here on the rim.
And this there's this trend at the moment where people are doing cake decorating parties. So they'll have a base cake and they'll have all these ingredients.
That's
and
a
then they
clever
kind of
idea.
decorate their cake. I think this is an absolutely fantastic idea for like a birthday, but that don't have the cake already decorated. Have these elements like you've done, and then have people kind of like add their own little flair to it.
Yes, and I love adding the fresh elements to this because it's all going to be very sweet and very, very decadent. So it's nice to have some.
Yeah, because the strawberries don't only bring sweetness, they bring a touch of acidity as well.
Yeah.
And that just kind of balances out everything that we got going. Now, at home,
Exactly.
this recipe will be on a QR code, which will pop up on screen sometime. Or when it's on screen now. Oh, amazing. So go ahead and take a picture of that. Get this recipe, because you're going to want to make this. It is so, so, so beautiful. And again, it's a great way to showcase seasonality and Mother Nature. So get the recipe.
Yes, okay, and then we're going to start adding our roses. Also, I love this one, and I like the fact that it's not perfect.
I think that's what Mother Nature does.
It looks like it comes from the garden.
And then she makes it imperfectly perfect. That's literally what happens. But okay, now talk about Mother Nature. I'm going to say I have not seen a natural cotton candy floss in the wild.
No.
This is quite. I've been eyeing it the whole time. Are we going to be using this as part of the decoration?
We're right at the end. But smell that. Isn't that beautiful? This is like an old school English type of a.
I smelled this and I got like the grape candy floss, but then I smelled
rose.
this and it smelled amazing. Straight out of a perfume bottle.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Probably one more.
Carissa
over there.
and Ryle just got married. I like that we're playing in these like celebrity cake themes.
Yeah.
We're just celebrating their wedding. We're doing it all year long. So that only means Carissa has to come in for a slice of cake. Okay. Strawberries looking good. I love it. Here's the thing, because I don't know when I'm done. I will keep on going.
Me too. I will also not stop.
So someone will tell us, enough. Okay, but
Yeah.
it's looking so stunning,
It
Chef.
is, yeah. And then we're just going to start adding our gesiggies.
They
our
are so
pansies.
beautiful.
Yeah, they are. And they actually taste quite nice. It tastes like a little bit like a cucumber. It's got a beautiful sort of a fragrant scent to it. And I love using these in food.
I just want the viewers that don't know, like, they don't actually understand how much the people upstairs talking out here. As soon as Maynard said that, they say, taste the flour.
Taste the flour.
We're going to taste the flour. And I do like the flavor pansies.
I'll taste it with
cucumber,
you.
but there's a bit of freshness and there's a bit of like acidity as well. You can understand completely why you see like cows and sheep chewing on this all day. It is so sweet and fragrant. It's delicious. It is delicious. It's good. Because Carissa asked earlier, all the flour is edible.
Yes.
And in South Africa, our roses are edible. And we've got the pansies, like you just saw right so now. So you can actually...
Tulips are edible.
Tulips are edible?
Yeah.
But it's important, if you're not sure if it is edible, please go ahead and like Google. We don't want to be... Chef Clem said I can eat that flour and now I've got a nose growing out my forehead. Don't do that. Don't do that. Google it rather if you don't know. Chef,
Do you think we should stop?
I think so, because I want to see where the candy floss comes in.
Okay, cool. So now we're just going to do a little bit
of... Oh, my goodness.
A little bit of syrup.
And that's our rose syrup from earlier?
Rose syrup, yeah. Ooh. And it's organic. I get it from the lady who makes it herself. And I just think it's so beautiful. It's just going to add a little bit of drama.
The drama's there. The drama. The problem with cakes like this, Chef, is you don't want to actually cut into it. But they look so beautiful.
Yeah, and then I think we just do plumes of...
Plume it.
You must do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to just unwrap it a bit.
Yeah, just sort of stretch it out a little bit. And then just do like little clouds of... Little dainty clouds of...
Guys, this is professional cooking at its best. And it's stunning. It's so beautiful. I don't actually want to do it, Chef. I think you've got a flow there. It is looking so beautiful. If you weren't in the mood to get married, you definitely are now. This is such a beautiful... My wife just walked in, by the way, guys. I'm feeling the vibes. All right. Okay, Chef, we need to slice
Should we
this,
taste?
because I want to see the inside.
There we go. Okay, cool. Let's get cracking.
I'm going to hand you the saber. This is quite a saber. There we go.
Okay, cool. We'll cut sort of the back over here. Oh, you're going to love this.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Oh, my goodness. When it comes to baked goods, when it comes to anything sweet, Chef Maynard is the absolute genius. Hands down, the best Christmas cake in the world. Chef, your pastries are fun. I don't have a fork big enough. Hold up. Grabbing all the forks. Let me just show you. We didn't have to ask where the strawberries are.
Yes.
Look at that strawberry. Look at the frosting. Look at the, you said it's a cream cheese frosting?
Yes, a cream cheese frosting.
I'm going in. I'm going in. My friends are on the side and they're giggling. They're wondering if I'm going to invite them in. They can come in if they want, but I'm just like, I'm here. I'm going to need you all to go to an ad break because I'm going to do things you shouldn't see on TV. So I'm going to ask you to come right back because I need to get busy with this. Don't go anywhere. Ooh.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we have a bed in our studio. Are you surprised? Today we definitely are doing all the things because we're celebrating the beauty of Garden Day, but also summer is knocking. From light, breathtaking bedding and breathable bedding to stylish accents, Woolworths Home is your destination for creating a space that's as restful as it is refined. And of course, we brought our girl homeware stylist Meg Pedro's in the building to help us feel the difference with a setting made for unwinding. Meg. When I said unwinding, I mean, you've outdone yourself.
In bed with Meg, right? We're doing this.
In bed with Meg. Trademark that immediately. But Meg, a bedroom really is a place, honestly, we spend a third of our lives sleeping anyway,
Yes.
where we try to hone in our just sanctity, also our sanity, just really have a space for relaxation. So how do we create a space that really brings that sort of feeling across?
Okay, so just like you mentioned, a third of our life sleeping, but a total of around about 7 years relaxing in your bed, okay? So that is scrolling, that is like trying to fall asleep.
Right.
7 years, okay? So we gotta make this super comfy, okay? So, I mean, Woolies has just the most luxurious pieces at the moment, so it's very easy for me to talk about.
Yeah.
But let's start with the duvet, okay? Because this is a spectacular piece, okay? This is the striped jacquard range, okay? It is so beautiful. It's also 300 thread count, so it is that like luxurious feel. And you can actually see by it, there's like a slight shimmer in it and a slight sheen.
I can see that.
It's so, so beautiful. And it's 100% cotton, which means it is breathing all of summer.
Perfect for summer.
Which is perfect. I don't know about you, but I do like a weighted duvet.
Same.
And it's that, like, it's that easy way to create that hotel feeling at home, right? And that is just having that. So our duvet range is absolutely impeccable. So go and feel what kind of feather you like and really get, you know, something that works
acquainted
for
with
you.
your bedding.
100%.
Yeah.
But also the mood is so important. So create, you know, little accents on your bed, like throws,
like cushions, those kind of things just add a texture. It's like adding the layer to your outfit, right? Like just adding that little bit of personality and the you know, different textures, different colorways, add a pop of color like we've done here in the fitted sheet. This plum is so, so beautiful.
I love that. Now, does the bed come with the coffee and does it come with somebody serving you the coffee?
Well,
That's
that
what
is
I wanna know.
creating the little sanctuary that we spoke about.
Right.
Which exactly is that. Is there a space in a corner in your room that is your little sanctuary? If you enjoy journaling in the morning, or if you are someone who's really inspired by, you know, interior or fashion, the coffee table book that we have is such a great way to add that kind of personality to your room.
Let's have a look what we have. And this one is a big boy.
Oh, yes.
Some
Woolies
Louis Vuitton?
Woolies has the most beautiful coffee table books, and they are stunning to page through. And really a great investment piece and a great gift as well to someone.
Definitely.
Especially someone who's, a bit of a fashionista. It's a great way to add like a little bit of personality. So having those little moments in your room, having the candles in your space creates that mood, right? It's that sanctuary. And especially with the diffuser. So we get these amount of sticks. You don't have to put all of them in. The amount of sticks that you put in is actually how much scent you're going to actually get.
Is that how it works?
Out. So I would normally just start with 2, dip them, turn them around, and then let it permeate. Put it near a window or a door because that always lets the breeze kind of flow past it.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
I love the fact, okay, so here we have to establish that if you can and if you have the space, bedside tables are pretty much a must, right?
100%.
Because you need to add some personality to your space and add what you like. Add a lamp, add a diffuser, add a journal. I love that tip about that.
And they're also great. I mean, they're great for storage. We know
That's
that.
true.
So you're just throwing everything into it. But also, it's that kind of piece that it's your personality, right? It's fresh, like set of flowers that just brightens up your day. It's that always a side lamp.
Yep.
Always a side
because
lamp.
we switch the overhead lights on, we
not
switch
putting
on the
on the big
candles
light.
and the lamps. I love that. I'm also noticing a couple of trends coming through. The quilted throw over here, also the textured cushions. So how important is bringing that across as well when it comes to changing up the bedding?
Oh, absolutely important. I think textures is one of the easiest ways to play around in interior because especially in this neutral colorway, it is such a lovely way to add kind of like a depth in interior without feeling like you need to be an interior designer. And that's what I love about this, is because this stripe, we've got it horizontally, but then you've got this vertically.
Right.
And it just creates that like the width in the room. It's creating that illusion that your room is longer.
And interest.
And
I'm
interest,
like,
exactly.
Tell me more. So tell me more about this as well. Pops of blue.
Pops of blue.
I'm so here for that black, that white and blue one as well.
It's so beautiful. Honestly, Woolies is doing the best with earthy tones, and that's why it all complements each other. So when you walk in, this blue and this turquoise, you can see the colorways match so perfectly, and how it even matches the plum on here. Don't be scared to kind of throw in a little bit of detail.
Okay, and a bit of color as well. But muted colors at that too, which I'm here for. Okay, what else could we add to elevate the space? Because I think we're doing quite well so far.
Yes, so we've spoken about, your lamps and I mean, especially in your pendant lights and your mirrors. Woolies has a gorgeous selection of mirrors, which is absolutely stunning. But I think an easy way to do this is to talk about colorways, right? Colorways is a great way to kind of pinpoint, an extra bit of glam, right? So terracotta, you can see on the side.
Yes.
We've got a terracotta set. That is a huge colorway in interior because it's warming, it's so inviting. It's such a stunning color.
I love it.
Yeah, and we're seeing it so beautifully in fashion as well. So that is stunning. Woolies is doing the most in earthy tones, which
It's
we're
giving
loving.
like a Moroccan holiday without leaving your room.
Right? And why don't we create that? We always escape to hotels.
Exactly.
And then you think, how do I create this, in the best way? And that is just the small ways. Have a peek into what hotels are doing and it's normally a neutral space that has a pop in it that is, significant to that space. So have your little pop of your your napkin on your coffee cup.
Oh, the coffee cup. I'm a coffee cup girl. I've got a cupboard full of unmatched coffee cups because I'm just always drawn to them.
It's the
I'm
personality.
Like, exactly. This is what I'm feeling like today. Yeah. I love the fact that it is like a hotel, but better because you don't have to fight the sheets when we're getting into the bed.
Yes.
They just... You know the move.
Although I studied hotel management, so
Why
I know
do you
the hospital
do that?
fold. Yeah, I do it to myself, and then in the evening,
you're like, come on. Amazing, Meg. Well done. This is an absolutely beautiful spread. I think relaxation is the order of the day. We want to start the mornings a little bit slower, especially on the weekends, and this makes me feel like, okay, I can skip the alarm and stay in bed with just that bit of comfort. Yes, we deserve it. And listen, you can get all your bedroom inspiration right there at Woolworths, available in store, on the app, and of course online. Well done, Meg.
Skip it.
Oh, we've been celebrating Garden Day all morning and absolutely reveling in it. So this next tip is spot on, I think, very fitting. Safari vinegar isn't just for your recipes. We've proven it on the show. It's a beautiful, natural, eco-friendly cleaner for your home and even your garden as well. One simple spray bottle of Safari vinegar and water with a little bit of an additive, powerful, chemical-free disinfectant that's safe for the garden, safe for your house. Perfect for glass, for fresh produce. I love that. And even as a natural helper in your home and garden to clean your plants. Safe, affordable, and incredibly versatile. And we are going to be having a little bit of fun with our vinegar. Yes, we enjoy eating it, but we are also going to be using it in a very eco-friendly, safe way to keep those pests at bay. Yes. And I have a feeling we are kind of a walking advertisement for the garden, so maybe we need to do some pestification here. Right. So we're going to use a little bit of vinegar to create another cleaning.
I love this.
I like it. So I think for this one, we're actually going to use the spirit vinegar. I love apple cider vinegar.
With the mother too, it's unfiltered.
But this is the mother.
This is the mother.
It is so healthy. It is so good for weight loss as well. Absolutely beautiful. And it is, I think, eco-friendly because it comes from the eco. Yeah. You can spray this around windowsills, door thresholds to deter ants, spiders, other little creepy crawlies from coming in as well. And you know it's not going to harm your pets. Yeah. Okay, so we've got our little bottles that we're going to be decanting into. I think for this one, we're going to use our white spirit vinegar.
Okay, let's do it.
But to be quite honest, any of the vinegars will work because of the acidity, the acid content. I'm going to take you home with me and drink you all
How much of this do we put in on either side?
Okay, so you've got 2 parts, or it looks like 3 parts water. 1 part vinegar.
Do I leave space for the dishwasher?
We are literally just putting in a teaspoon of the dishwashing liquid
like that.
in. So fill it up. Yeah, and obviously it's not going to go horribly wrong or explode if you get the ratio wrong. Just a little drop in.
I don't know. The science...
There we go.
The science experiment. Ooh, look at it. It looks like a lava lamp.
It's very cool. Oh, maybe therein lies the joy of this. Do this with your kids.
Yes.
And the nice thing is it's kid-friendly. They can have a little bit of fun making a science experiment.
And if they get it in their mouths, it's okay.
I didn't really leave much room, but now I want to... Look at that. And this is great, man.
I think it's going to just drop to the bottom.
It can deter weeds, deter creepy crawlies. Ooh. I would imagine, I'm not a scientist or biochemist or anything like that, but I think for snails and stuff as well, this might help a little bit of the acidity on.
I wouldn't say what we used to use for snails.
No, that era has passed. That was thankfully...
Long time ago.
Yeah, the level of abuse has changed. But I mean, look how cool it looks just as a science experiment in itself. So literally all you do is shake it together and then... Yeah, spray it at your hapless cameraman as he dives out the way. You can clean a little bit of a surface if you want. Oh, that looks filthy. Clean it up.
I'll clean that up. That's beautiful.
Okay, when we say we clean, get the whiff.
Yeah, that's not offensive at all. I like that.
That's what we're aiming for, non-offensive. It's fresh, it's clean.
Some on my garden.
You could, actually, because it's not going to... I could just... and that is how safe. When we're going to put something to the test, we are willing to put ourselves, our bodies, on the line. And I like this because I hate the thought of introducing chemicals into our own little space. True. And it's not just from a saving the planet perspective. Kids have sensitive skin.
They touch things, yes.
You put the wrong soap on your child. Like my daughter had a reaction to something that's child-friendly yesterday. I was like, wow, you must have the freshest, softest, most natural skin. But think of your pets.
Yes.
You know, this is a space that you want to live in and be free.
I love this. And that was so easy to make. You could probably use it on many surfaces. I mean, the other day we were cleaning glasses as well. And glasses are so tough to get the grease marks off of. So this is a fantastic idea.
Not anymore, my friend. Not anymore.
Like that.
So, cool science experiment box ticked. It's eco-friendly and really, really easy to make. So hopefully you're going to have a little bit of fun with that. And you don't have to use it for your own flower crown today. But remember, here is the added bonus. You guys, if you are going to get creative, stand a chance of winning one of 3 safari hampers worth 1,000 Rand. To do it, you've got to reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages. That's where you'll find it. And you've got to tell us this, how you use your safari vinegar. Obviously, we've pushed the boat out quite a lot. So surprise us. Don't forget to hashtag bag, there's a Safari vinegar for that. And the competition closes on the 12th of October. Not a huge amount of time, but you can see the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. So after the break, we are going to be whipping up a pork belly and apple bake recipe.
Stop
Because
it.
apple and pork, they win.
What a perfect combination, and add some acidity on there, you have a winning combo. But let's talk about the flower crown. I've sprayed mine so no pests will stay nearby, and we wanted to know we wanted to know on your part as well. Just send a picture and share your garden or step outside and just admire nature. What does that look like on your parts?
Oh, Jacqueline stood up.
Let's
Get in
see
that
it.
water right now. Get in the water and swim, please, on behalf of the rest of us. Please, your garden's looking gorgeous.
Look at that grass.
Where do you live? It looks like she lives really close to the sea as well. Like I'm getting Vespas.
Oh wow, Jacqueline!
Well done, girl.
You're showing
you guys.
off, but you're allowed to, because I wouldn't stop talking about my garden.
Someone's worked on that garden.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh.
From Shoshanguve. Okay, Lucy.
Oh, the richness of it. See, now that's my kind of garden. Exploding. It must
thriving.
It must look like a curated wild space.
Yes.
I like that.
Okay. Shireen.
Gorgeous.
Well done, Shireen. I also love a pot plant.
Oh, me too. Because
Stunning.
I don't own the property that I'm in at the moment.
Yeah?
As much as that's my home and I've made it my home with plants, I want to take those plants with me.
Yeah, 100%. That Lerato. Ooh, Gogo's garden is looking good.
That is exquisite. That really does look like a botanical garden, like a, you know, when you go through Hyde Park in the UK or something where everything is shaped, manicured. That's the word I was looking for.
You should charge people to come over to your house, okay?
She might be charging us right now just for looking at this photo. You guys have put your best green fingers forward. Well done. Absolutely beautiful.
My dad's also inspiring me. He's huge in the garden, and maybe I will be too.
Does he have a flower crown like this?
Doesn't have a flower crown.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I came with gifts and gifts. Yes, we have to get into a round of quick fire questions. She's so smooth on the mic, but is she going to be just as smooth when it comes to answering these very fire questions? Are you nervous?
I am.
Don't be nervous.
I am nervous
Stop
of
it.
these questions. Okay.
ZDSC is still with us, and we're going to get to know it just a little bit more. So here's the first one.
Okay.
Vinyl, tape, or streaming? How do you like to consume music?
Streaming.
Streaming, probably.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
girl, you're 21.
Yeah, like...
She said, what's a tape? What's a vinyl? Come on. Streaming
Yeah,
is definitely the way.
streaming, yes.
And do you usually watch music, like on the video streaming, or listen
Yes.
to it? In...
Both.
Both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Streaming, video, listening.
Yeah.
Earpods, everything.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Don't think about it too much, though.
Okay.
What is the best song of all time?
You said don't think about
Don't
it
think
too
about
much.
it. Don't think, whatever comes to mind.
Green Eyes, Erykah Badu. Yes.
Actually, no. Why am I giving you a high five? I don't even know how that song goes.
Okay.
How does that song go
You
again?
just want me to sing it.
I do want you to sing it. Come on, Z.
It goes like, my eyes are green.
Cause why?
Cause I eat a lot of vegetables.
Ooh! Erica, is that you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes, that's
Okay,
it.
speaking about singing,
Okay.
what is your favorite karaoke song of all time?
I mean, it's so good to karaoke.
What? What could it be?
On and on.
Also, Erica.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I mean, I see myself, I do that all the time at home.
Yes.
I just put the karaoke version and I have a mic. So it doesn't work, but I
Stop,
just
but
do it.
you gotta hold it and
it's a
sing.
whole moment and I just...
But do you have an audience or is it just you?
The audience is the pillows and the speakers, so it works, yes.
I love it.
And they cheer me on and it's a whole show.
They say, go, Z,
Yes.
we want
I
more.
can see the pillow.
Well, at least today you have an actual audience
Yeah.
and we are also cheering
Yeah,
you
and
on.
appreciate it.
What would you be doing if you weren't a musician?
I'd be a teacher.
Why did I think you were going to say
Oh
that?
my God.
I can, what, like kids or
Kids,
teens?
and I'll be probably teaching like life science or something with plants and animals.
I like that.
Yes.
It's a perfect day for you to have joined us today.
Yeah.
Would you sing to them too?
Yes, definitely. Just so they don't forget something, I'll make it into a song so they don't forget it.
You would be the
Yeah.
favorite teacher. Forget favorite child. You're going to be the favorite teacher. Okay, do you
Yeah.
have a useless talent? Something that you can do, but I mean, it can't earn you money or anything.
Oh my gosh, I do.
You do? Okay, you got to tell us now.
Are you ready?
I don't know if we are. Tell us.
I can peel a banana with my toenail.
You can peel a banana.
I can peel a banana with my
your
toes. It's
toes.
easy. That's easy.
Somebody find a banana in
No. But I can really do that.
I have to see
It's amazing.
this. Have you created
It's
content?
easy. I don't know,
around
maybe
it?
I have hard toenails, but I can do it. And other people are like, how?
How?
It's easy.
How did you know that you could do this?
I am not going to explain it.
No comments. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. She's
Yeah.
got cute sneakers on today.
Yes.
Speaking of sneakers or heels, what are we?
Sneakers. More comfortable. I can do
get
anything.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I know the answer to this next one, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
An artist you would love to collaborate with. That would surprise people, so don't even say Erykah Badu.
Okay, so I must choose another one?
Yes, that we would be like, oh, that's an interesting combination.
Wow. Billie Eilish.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Billie.
ocean eyes.
Yes, you
Green
know.
eyes, ocean eyes.
Both of us, I'm scared, you know.
I love it.
Both of us, you know.
Okay, we're putting it out there. Billie Eilish.
Billie
we definitely need
Eilish.
a performance. If you're listening, Billie, come on, man.
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl. Okay, studio or live performance?
I love being in the studio, but there's something about performing live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about performing live?
You get to see the real-time reaction of people, and in studio you get to create. You know, it's in your headphones, the vibes, the music,
Right.
and you hear yourself. But when it's live, you know, you can improvise, you can feed off from the crowd, and it's just emotions and vibes.
Have you ever bombed in front of a crowd?
Bombed? How?
Like sang a false notes or...
But you know, as a musician, I feel
Yeah.
like you should be able to cover that up, so they won't even know you.
They won't even know.
Yeah, they'll think it's part of the song of how you were gonna sing it. So
The recovery time is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
it should be instant, like something that you know already. Oh, I'm going to cover it up.
Oh, sit like a true professional. The talent that is Z. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get into another performance. What's the other track we're hearing?
It's called Authentic.
Authentic. And it hasn't even been released in the streets yet? Okay, well, it's an exclusive right
My
here.
favorite.
It's your favorite song too? Well, it's soon to be ours as well, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're also going to come back with some more food, pork belly, apple bake. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Sounds fantastic. So you're going to have to stick around. You have no choice but to be right here straight after this break.
Welcome back to the kitchen. Something magical is cooking today. Well, almost. We'll get there soon. A dish like pork belly and apple bake is all about harmony. Richness cut with freshness. Sweetness balanced with a little bit of tang, some zing. Joining us is food scientist and product developer Mariska Carstens to unpack how Safari's naturally fermented vinegars achieve that perfect balance while also offering so much more in everyday life. I am a fan. Mariska, thank you for being here. I think my enthusiasm around vinegar might seem strange to most. Not
to me.
you.
Never.
I love that you are here. We're going to dive right in, actually. So I'm going to swap stations because I don't feel like I've learnt enough to handle beautiful pork belly. So you can head over there. But first of all, just talk me through what are we going to be creating
Okay,
today?
so we're making a pork belly with some apple today. So we are going to start off by salting and peppering our pork belly.
And it's a beautiful
So just some
pork
salt
belly,
over it, just rub it in.
Oh, it is one of those pieces of meat, I suppose, that can be a bit intimidating.
It can, definitely. Pork is definitely a bit intimidating, but just follow the steps.
And you are there.
Easy.
And it's such a beautiful flavor profile when you balance it right. And I know balance is key in our exercise today. The apples and pork, that natural sweetness, just absolute gold.
Definitely.
And we've got a few other little extra ingredients to throw in as
So
well.
if you can help us there and make our dressing for us with some balsamic vinegar, some sugar. That is our Cape Apple balsamic vinegar. It is made from apples grown in the Garabo area. The vinegar is from there as well.
I love it. Do you know, my mother once caught me, once I discovered apple cider vinegar, my mother caught me drinking it out the bottle. But I didn't realize the health benefits. I mean, people are taking health shots.
Yes, they are.
With vinegar. What is it about this beautiful fermented gold that gives it that health benefit?
So because it is naturally fermented with a natural fermentation process, it contains the nutrients and the minerals that is present in the apples. So that stays in the product.
Absolute win. And of course, the flavor profile doesn't hurt. Okay.
No, it does not.
So our dressing, and I like this. I'm thinking this is going to be great for pork.
Yes.
All the time.
Pork and apple love
that
each
looks
other
beautiful.
together.
Okay,
Okay, cool. Let's add that in.
I do feel like I've made a contribution.
Yes, you have,
At
definitely.
least.
The base contribution.
Yeah, the most
So then we'll
important
just
part.
add in the dressing.
Wow. It really is as simple as that.
Yes, easy as that. Get all of that out of the bowl. And then we're just going to add in some garlic. Just nestle them in there. Add in some onions.
Very, very, very beautiful, and it's all coming together beautifully. So pork belly, so flavorful, so rich. What recommendations do you have for combining flavors for once we've got this beautifully cooked? We've got a lot to play with in this space.
So using that apple balsamic vinegar, we make our own apple balsamic glaze. That would go perfectly glazed over the top. Delicious.
I'm thinking we're heading close to the festive, y'all. Come on.
Yes, definitely.
And these are kind of very festive flavors, but done in a way that's a bit more South African, which I like. Okay.
And then lastly,
The stars of the show.
most importantly, we're going to add in our apples. So just nestle them right around your pork belly. Naturally fermented is the #1 thing that you always have to look out for. There's a lot of alternatives on shelves. So yes, just make sure it's naturally fermented because it's very important that you make sure that what you put into your body is safe. And on the alternatives, we're not so sure
Exactly.
how safe they are.
And we live in a very kind of foodie, trend-driven space now as well. So do the research, but when you can lean on a company that has gone as far as you have, do you think of yourself as a chef or a scientist when you're playing in this space?
A little bit of both. My love is in the kitchen, but chefing has never been for me. So the food science aspect of it It just marries the two beautifully.
It's so nice. And of course, then it's incumbent on you to do all the cooking at home now because you know too much.
Definitely.
So how do we round off this beautiful pork?
Final step is just to add in some sage. We'll add this right on top of our pork belly. And then it goes right into the oven.
Easy peasy.
Easy game.
Do you have advice for the crackling? And I know this is kind of a hit or miss. How long does it go in the oven for? And do we keep it closed, open?
So we can keep it closed for an hour, just so you can make sure that the pork is actually cooked.
Nice.
And then you open it up, add it in for another hour, and then you can make sure that pork crackling comes up.
And I think we can certainly back Safari Vinegar as they champion authenticity with naturally fermented products backed by nearly 30 years of expertise, most of my lifetime, and a Sanva seal that guarantees the real thing. And if you know what that means within the industry standard, it's a lot. Safari's facilities, they are FSSC accredited, globally certified, ensuring world-class food safety and consistency here on our doorstep. And naturally fermented through a safe traditional process, Safari Vinegars contain natural trace elements, just like what we are finding in our food in the dish, and they are registered as a natural product. And I know that matters a lot to many. Then from spirit to balsamic to the beautiful apple cider and even instant pickling solutions, Safari offers South Africa's widest vinegar range, bar none. And I think this dish brings everything together beautifully. It shows just how versatile Safari Vinegar really is. From succulent roast meats to sweet apples. Yes, I think dessert is loading. From those glazes to even wellness uses, ticking every box. With Safari Vinegar, every meal becomes a chance to celebrate real flavor and authentic quality. And we're going to add a little bonus here. Don't forget that you guys stand a chance of winning a Safari Vinegar hamper worth 1,000 Rand. To get in the running, you've just got to tell us this. How do you use your Safari Vinegar? We've been pretty creative today, so yours better be good. Better than ours. Entries close on the 12th of October this year. And of course, T's and C's apply. Good luck. I mean, look at that. A work of art.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. One last chance to give you the good news. If you play your Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today, 16 million Rand is waiting for you. That's our total estimated jackpot this Wednesday. So please don't get left behind. Let's break it down. Lotto, estimated at 3 million. Lotto Plus 1, it's a biggie, 8 million Rand today. Lotto Plus 2, I'm going to throw 5. I'm just going to take it
out
out.
of your back pocket.
5 million.
Just for you.
For you.
Buy your tickets now in store, or you can head to the website nationallottery.co.za. There is, of course, the mobile app. There's also cell phone banking, or you could just dial these numbers, *120 *7529#, and you will get all your USSD.
And there is a lot of cool content to see on the socials as well. So while you're checking that out, you can get all of these details. We'll keep them up there just to remind you. And of course, we will again remind you that if you play your Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today, there is a combined 16 million Rand sitting in that jackpot. Come on. Go get it. Go
Please.
get it.
Speaking about going and getting it, Z is here and she's about to blow all of our minds, taking to the stage right now to perform her track Authentic, unreleased, mind you. Take it away, Z Diasi.
Hi, this is Z Diasi. This is a single of my upcoming album called Authentic. Enjoy.
You have one of the most beautiful personalities I've ever met. Part of what makes you so unique is every little aspect makes me feel complete. You're not some fake fast beauty. You're authentic. You're not some fake fast beauty. He said you're authentic. You're not some fake fast beauty. Forget the heels, lace, wigs, and nails. He said my baby ain't for sale. Go ahead, rock, slip-ons, be comfortable as you wanna be. Forget the heels, lace, wigs, and nails. He said my baby ain't for sale. Go ahead, rock, slip-ons, be comfortable as you wanna be. You're authentic. You're not some fake fast beauty. Selling the devil. Your mind, body, and soul. Forget the heels, lace, wigs, and nails. He said my baby ain't for sale. Go ahead, rock, slip-ons, be comfortable as you wanna be. You're authentic. You're not some fake fast beauty. Ooh, selling the devil. You're my body and soul.
Another feel-good production.